Way, way, hello, this is Mr. Brown. This is Mr. Brown, good evening. It is Saturday, December the 2nd, 2023. I am Brune, and I trust you are all doing better than me. Still got a double ear infection, slightly better than the other day. Pardon. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing stuff in entertainment and on the social media. Well, we're not, but it was a week where shite happened, as you know, and even more bad stuff happened in real life. Lots of bad stuff at the moment, folks. Oh dear. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Shall we get these beautiful guests out? You know it. Let's do it. Okay. First up. Oh, yes. Here we go, folks. Big one. He is the governor of Twitter, taking time off from the Twitter landings. The Wanderer returns. Problem being,
Good evening.
oh, you look ravishing tonight, darling.
Thank you, darling. Yes, I'm just taking time off from hours upon hours upon hours of bloody rendering and
Twittering
whilst it's rendering and enjoying all the wonderful death threats I've had the last few days.
Yeah, I was going to say, how is the war zone on Twitter in the
really
wastelands of Doctor Who?
Yeah, there seems to be an army of Russell T. Davis simps from Brazil who seem to have found my account.
Brazil!
I don't know why. They're all speaking Portuguese and I'm sitting there going,
oh dear.
It is what it is. What can I tell you? Famous in Brazil. Hey, at last.
Brazilian, mate.
That's it.
At least your holidays will be sorted.
Well, it's either that or Gaza, isn't it? Moving on, shall we get the next guest out?
Yes, good idea. Yes. Okay. Genuinely great to have you back, mate.
Thanks.
Okay. From a VPN far, far away. It's the golden reach around droid of choice. You know who it is, folks. Zee-ThreePIO.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello there.
Oh, God, you sound amazing.
You sound fantastic.
Amazing.
Get a room.
Dry.
Billion times.
I didn't hear that. How many?
1 billion times.
Ow.
Everybody in the chat, you're welcome. Are you well then, Z? You sound it, mate. Look, see they're all coming in. Look. God, do you know, I love
great.
Chat. You are the guys, you are the fucking best.
The chat is sexy and they know it.
Sexy and then
Yeah. Genuinely, guys, you're the best.
You are. We love you.
We love
How
you.
are
We
you
want your
doing, Z?
babies.
I'm very well. I'm getting in the mood for my Christmas spirit. As you can see, I've got a beautiful little Santa hat
Looks
on there
fantastic,
and
mate.
lots of little baubles in the back, thanks to the Bing AI image generator coming to my
Those your
rescue
testicles?
once more.
The gold
No,
ones?
they're the Uncle Owen's balls.
Great to have you on, mate. Shall we just get some more peeps on?
Let's get some more crazy kids on the panel.
Oh yes. Okay. Set your Jedi power phasers to stunning and brave, folks. Oh, you know it is.
Good evening, Brun. Good evening, Chad. Good evening,
Brian,
Robbie. And Zee, how are we all? This fine,
Pretty good, mate.
cold evening. I'm not too bad, thank you.
Snowing in Yorkshire. In
Yes, I
Blighty,
woke up.
snowing.
Well, I woke up with a light dusting of snow on my crotch this morning. Which
You sure that wasn't cocaine?
That's what it was, probably. But I was trying to be politically correct and not
It's
incur
Scotland,
any
though.
charges.
Looking forward to. I can't speak.
Really
Looking from the top. Brian, are you looking forward to this evening's?
No, not at
vote?
all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great to have you on, Brian.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here amongst old
Shall
friends,
we-
but not so
yeah.
much of the old.
All
Well,
friends.
speaking of old, shall we wheel him out?
What, Davros?
Well, not quite, but shall we get him out?
Go on then. Whip him out.
Okay. I'll give you a clue. And last, but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel. Fresh from another stream where nobody could get a word in because he was very, very animated about a certain subject. He is the great Mega Geek himself, old Pac-Man himself. And he's
Hello.
with-
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm actually eating hobnobs, which I really love. Hobnobs.
Chocolate ones?
Yeah, chocolate ones, mate.
Oh, nice.
Love it, love it, love it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, just come from downstream. It's very interesting.
How did that go?
It was. I mean, yeah, he does talk a lot, but you know, it's his channel. He can do what he wants. He can cry if he wants to and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I'm just there for a support because he's my
It's
friend.
my
so.
channel. I can cry if I want
Exactly.
to.
You know,
Cry if I want
a
to.
lot of people disagree and stuff, and that's great as
Cry
well.
if I want to.
Oh dear.
I would.
What's
Oh,
Doctor
moving
Who if it wasn't for you?
For you.
RTD, you
Did
piece
it?
of shit.
Did
It's not for you anymore.
Welcome to Saturday Night Karaoke on the Mr. Brown Lounge
It's
channel.
not what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Okay, enough. Bog down.
So everybody saw Doctor Who, right, or not?
No,
I did.
Yeah,
I
me too. Hashtag.
I refused.
Yeah, I loved it. Everybody was going hashtag let Ian speak.
Yeah, well,
He's
you
funny.
know, a bit silly. He's, you know, sometimes he can go overboard because he gets very excited about Doctor Who
Oh,
and
yeah?
stuff like that. But you know, again, you know, it's his channel. It's his rules, I guess. So there you go. Just like
Rick
it's your
Fabian.
channel, Brown. It's your rules, mate.
Well, obviously, as I've always said, my name's on the door. Yeah, my name's on the door, but it's
You
everybody's
don't have a
channel.
door.
Yeah,
Mm.
It's not real.
it's bigger than the. Is it the bigger than the sum of its parts or something bollocks like that? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Filthy bitch.
Yes, we're nothing without the chat. It'd be just us doing us.
Talking rubbish.
Oh yes.
Talking
Okay,
shit.
so it's
Absolutely.
shit.
Bollocks.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's everybody. Listen, it's just everybody. Everybody's welcome, you know. It's everybody. Hi.
Brown, have you done some ket before you come on this stream? You seem rather strange. Is it the painkillers for the ears?
No. Okay.
Get sitting with the glow sticks. It's
Amelia
1992
Bedelia.
all over again.
Oh, I wished it was. Hi, Amelia. I'm
95
not
was
quite
better.
as hoarse as I was last Wednesday, but hi.
I noticed that
We
the
are the
captain
Lions.
put up a stream that I was in talking about screenplay a couple of days ago. Are you talking to him now?
We say hello in his
That's
chats. Yeah, we
You
say hello
almost-
to him. Yeah.
The captain always talks about you, Ian.
Really?
Always,
Why?
yeah. He's well.
It's
It
that
all
van
stems
colour.
to the. It all stems back from the Back to the Future thing. Remember when he tried to show you the little video? I think he was hoping that you were going to give him some accolades, and what he did do was
On
Evans
tennis.
the wrong colour, and he went, "He's never forgiven you for that."
Oh,
He's
dear.
actually. I'd just like to say, for your sake, he's managed to get himself a Playmobil van that's the correct colour. So
Oh, yeah, he's
well
he's
done.
got 3 now.
Oh, dear.
Excellent.
Oh dear. Never mind.
Okay, so good evening, chat. Hello, you
He loves us.
beautiful.
He loves you. He
Yeah.
does.
Hello, you beautiful people. Okay, so how would you want to play this tonight? Obviously, we're doing spaceships.
I
Like
want
to
to
play
play
at
it like-
camp.
Yeah, like willy battles in the shower.
Ha.
TMI.
I'll put some graphics up. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to tell you what? Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I'm such
Oh,
a boomer. God,
That's not a shitty ship, is it?
not yet. I'm a boomer,
No,
folks.
we've done the ship shows. We're on to the top ships now.
Are we onto the top ships? Are we?
Yeah,
not
this
the
is
bottom
the
ships.
finale.
So, should we? What do you want to do, chat? Do you want to do some ships first, or unfortunately, I know we've got some Doctor Who to get out of the way. So,
Do
what do you want to do?
round one of ships and then Doctor Who.
Yeah, do you want
and
to do
that
some
second
shippy
round of
ships?
Dr. Pooh. Dr.
Yeah.
What? Dr. Ooh.
Break it up,
Dr.
man.
Genderwoo.
And how do you want to vote? Shall we talk about the ships first, and then right at the bitter end of that little segue, do the poll? And while we're talking about Doctor Who, run the poll. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Run the
So
next
people
poll.
can so we can
And then
talk
we
about
can
the
go
ship first
straight
before
into
people go hell for leather, as it were.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I believe it's a process of elimination. It's not just one vote.
Yes, bear with me. The old fellas has walked in. Talk about yourself.
Right, I'll just give a quick
Your
explanation.
penis has
Instead
walked
of instead
alright,
of it
stop
being
now.
one simple vote, it's apparently a
Okay.
process of elimination. So that I'm explaining the fucking rules, Brian. Quiet, go and attend to your cat or whatever it is
Sorry,
you're
I'm
doing.
sorry.
Okay, well, it's a process of elimination. It's not just one vote. It's apparently several votes, and we'll take it down from 4, 3, 2, and then obviously that'll give us the winner at the very end. Okay, Brown, put your cat litter away and get back on the stream.
The cats are away. The cats and
He's been out the
elderly
cat
father
again.
is away. Elderly father is away. Okay, so let's do it then, folks. Okay, number 17. Please like, share,
And subscribe.
donate if you're that way inclined.
Give us your money.
Yes, because bills to pay, etc. Obviously, we're going to talk about this in a minute.
And it's toast. He needs his
Oh,
toast.
doesn't that look amazing?
Rainbows. Lots of rainbows.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh,
That is
Oh.
the Millennium Falcon.
Ah, yes.
okay. Because he's been missing staff meetings of late. Probably thoughts. Millennium Falcon, folks.
I remember seeing this ship for the first time as a
I
little
remember.
kid. And I was absolutely blown away, and I had to have it. So I had to stop until I had a
What?
Millennium Falcon.
You were blown away and you had to have it.
Yeah, the Millennium
Oh,
Falcon,
okay,
you
okay.
weird man.
Right.
And yeah, it was just I'd never seen anything like it. I don't, I mean, I grew up watching Doctor Who and loved Doctor Who as a kid, and then when I saw Star Wars, my mind was absolutely blown. And this ship, when those thrusters came on at the back of it, I was sold. And I was always, even as a little kid, though, I was always annoyed that you couldn't fit all 4 characters or 5 characters in the cockpit, and it was too small. You couldn't get them to move through the ship. But then it would have had to be in the size of the living room, I should think. So I had to compromise a little bit. But I do love it. I think it's one of the greatest ship designs ever.
Did you say you saw it in the cinema or not?
No, I
First viewing
remember.
then.
I think I was about 5, so it would have been around 1980, and it
Yeah.
came on TV. I think on ITV at Easter.
Yeah,
I think
ITV
it
were
was.
running it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I first got exposed to it, and then obviously went mad for the toys and collected them loads and loads and loads, and I've lost them all now. It's heartbreaking when I think about it. Oh god, that's so sad.
Okay, question for you. Why do you think this one should win?
Why do I think it should win?
That's if you want it to win.
Well, that's it. It's against really good,
I
strong,
know.
tough competition. I mean, this or the Enterprise, and it's not just one Enterprise either, is it? It's two Enterprises, isn't it? It's
Technically the
A
same
and,
vessel, but yeah.
yeah, A and A plus. Ooh. It's very difficult because they're so. I mean, yes, they're round, but they're so very, very different. This is such a lived-in, cobbled together piece of kit, and it's got so much character and quirk. And the other is a piece of perfect symmetrical design that is sleek and beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's so difficult. I don't know how I'm going to vote. I really don't. It's tough.
It
Don't make me
is.
choose.
It is.
Although the Liberator should be in there as well as the
Well,
Scorpion.
you missed staff
Okay.
meetings. You should have been here to push it.
Wow,
Snooze, you lose, probably.
Yeah.
busy, you know.
Here you go,
busy.
Max Voom Hondo. If the Falcon doesn't win, I'm going to jump out the window.
Chris
Thankfully,
Morris style.
thankfully, I live in a bungalow. Well, you get up on the roof and then
Might have a horrible thorny rose bush outside or something.
Ooh.
That could be nasty.
Brian, thoughts?
Yes.
Evening.
Well, I think I've given you the thoughts of this about 5 different times. So what I'll do very quickly is give you some specs, features, and more importantly, why I think you should vote for it. Even although I
Ooh.
want the X-Wing to win rather than this one. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Length, 34.37 meters. Width, 25.61 meters. Height, 8.27 meters, including cannons. Max atmospheric speed is 1,050 kilometers per hour with light speed capability in space. Heated seats, deflector shields, 100 metric tons of cargo capacity.
Ooh.
A very furry co-pilot included. Quick clear windscreen. It destroyed the Death Star too, and it carries a massive part of the story for one of the finest trilogies in cinema history. If you don't vote for this, you're off your heat, which I clearly am because I'm going for the X-Wing.
Did you have a problem with the retconning of the sex droid robot thing?
Yes, very much so. I thought it was one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in Star Wars lore. Absolutely terrible. Anyway. Did I just say that MJ UK84 says it has a compressor which can be bypassed by a Mary Sue if required?
Bypass the compressor. Yeah. Okay. Zee?
Well, the Millennium Falcon is a Corellian YT-1300 light freighter built around 60 before the Battle of Yavin, earning a legendary status under the ownership. The ship was most famously used by smugglers Han Solo and Chewbacca before, during, and following the Galactic Civil War. This was my favourite Kenner Palatoy Star Wars toy. I love the fact that you could fit 2 characters in the cockpit. You could also remove the smuggling hold and put figures
cargo
under.
thing,
Yeah, great stuff. And play hollow chess, which was really great. So,
Well, thanks, Judith Charles. That was great.
you know, the guns and the dish moved, and you had landing gear and a landing ramp also. It was absolutely the best toy ever. So
The size was fantastic, wasn't it, as well?
it was.
Big
It
meaty
absolutely
toy.
was. I mean, you just can't comprehend how great this was to get one of these at a Christmas in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah.
This or the X-Wing.
Never got one.
Chat, I know we've asked you before. Who got one of these for Christmas, and why was it the best Christmas ever?
Oh, and it also had this movable arm on the inside where you could like lightsaber fight one of those little training balls. That was cool.
Oh yeah,
My brother
remember
got it.
that?
And got all of them one Christmas, and we got fuck. So there you go. was obviously was the favourite in our family. That's for sure.
Okay then, Ian. You're not bitter though, are you?
No, not at all. But yeah,
Oh. Ian, you like this ship? I forgot to ask you
Love
on
it.
Wednesday. You like it? Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great. So it's a unusual design. And when I first saw it, I thought to myself, "Oh, it's unusual having the cop, the where you sit on the left. Is it left or right? Yeah, it's just a really, really clever design, and there's nothing like it. Again, these ships that are designed and you really like, they really, if you can't really copy something like that, can you? Really, let's face it.
No.
So original.
Yeah, very original. Very, very original. I love it. I think it's a great.
Love
My
it.
brother had that toy, and I wasn't allowed to play with it, so I'll probably get it in the next couple of years. by the is it still on sale? It must be, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
still
yeah,
get these. You can still get the Kenner ones online,
Right.
eBay. They're not badly priced, to be honest. Probably because there were so many of them made. So
And
you can
because they
probably get
turn
one
to
in.
shit.
Yeah, get one in good condition for under £100.
I don't want to get the toy one. I want to get like a real Airfix model.
You can get really. I think you can get pre-built ones, really, really good ones as well. For about, I was looking on Amazon for about £300. Some really good ones.
I like the ones that light up.
Yeah.
But that looks like a lived-in. Yeah, it's plausible. That's the thing I like about it. It looks plausible. It looks functional, and you can see how it works with the corridor there leading to the cockpit, and then you've got that living area inside, and you can really, really envision that. To love about it.
They did a bastardized version in that Solo film, didn't they?
Really with the cargo pod on the front.
Yeah.
Well, the cargo pod would have been useful for Princess Leia's Bolivian marching powder, though.
It would have been. I mean, I actually didn't mind that because it looks like it could have gone there.
Yeah.
And it would be reasonable to assume that a Corellian starship that is basically modular built would have that sort of capacity included within its design.
I liked it. I didn't like the square dish. I think that was my only gripe.
Here you go, folks. Listening fat. Hello, my friend. I really appreciate my father now. Yeah, parents sometimes can be fucking amazing, can't
You know
they?
what was amazing about this as well is that they actually built it in Pinewood Studios.
Yeah.
For Empire.
Yeah.
And it just looked it looked like a serious piece of
and they used real model kits, didn't they, from like planes and U-boats and whatever, and then they stuck
kit bashing.
Yeah, brilliant, absolute genius.
Here you go. Start again. Gavin Blackburn, who I know is partial to making models now. The AMT model Falcon is coming back out soon with new, more accurate parts. Bandai make a kit, but it is £400.
Wow.
The AMT will be about £50. Yeah, AMT are making some really good kits at the moment. So there you go.
I just bought a TARDIS.
What?
A 1/6 scale TARDIS for my Pertwee Big Chief, and it's 1/6 scale, and it's Pertwee era TARDIS.
Oh, very
accurate.
nice.
It's beautiful.
In the lighter blue.
£250. Yeah, slightly lighter blue.
What?
Be careful.
50.
You have to be careful, Lee, because someone might come around your house and recon it and make it shooties. Oh, there you go.
That's all right. I'll just shoot myself.
Ian, are you eating?
Yeah, I am indeed.
It's hobnobs.
Hobnobs, mate. Hobnobs.
Okay.
Can't argue with hobnobs.
That's
No,
right.
you can't argue with hobnobs.
Okay, so
Everyone's happy with hobnobs.
Millennium Falcon.
Fantastic.
Beautiful, yes.
Great ship. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Iconic classic.
It's a hunk of junk.
And we love it.
Fastest in the galaxy. I can't speak. Sorry, folks.
Is that a stroke, folks? Is that a stroke?
Is he stroking his old fella?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did that double again? StreamYards double pressing. Naughty StreamYards. In fact, no, it didn't. It made boomerang.
So always
All right.
blame someone else first.
X-Wing.
Okay.
Have you put the poll up yet?
No, we're going to do it at the end.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a pole dancer, Ian.
I'm working on it. Oh, look at that. Look at, look
Is that a real still from the film?
possibly.
And see, when Corridor Crew did a version of this, and they kept saying it was better than the original, I'm like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
I've arrived, everybody.
Oh, for God's sake.
Who would... X-Wing fighter, by the way, folks. Red 5 as well at the front.
That can't be but from the film.
I don't know, but it looks fucking amazing.
That's
Yeah,
not
it
from the
is.
film. Is it?
Yeah, it's from the A New Hope special
Okay.
edition, I think.
Okay, Z, do you want to go first then, mate?
Oh, yeah, well, the X-Wing is a versatile Rebel-aligned starfighter that balances speed with firepower. Armed with 4 laser cannons and 2 proton torpedo launchers, the X-Wing can take on anything the Empire throws at it.
Okay,
It's
Judith Chalmers, thank you.
beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it great? I love this as much as I love the Millennium Falcon. I did have one of these. I've actually found 3 of the guns that attach on the side so far. Trying to find the 4th one,
Ooh.
and then I'm going to buy myself a pilot and whack him on display.
Nice.
But it is great. I want to get some updated decals as well, and do Red 5 on there rather than Red 3, which is what all the sticker sheets were originally.
Really?
Yeah. All the X-Wing fighters that were released were Biggs's X-Wing, Red 3. You can
That's a
tell
bit
by
of a
the...
slap in the face to all the
Yes,
others.
the little squares. I just noticed that as well. Red
Yeah.
5 at the front there, mate.
Too long ago for me to.
Is he still alive, that guy who played Biggs?
No, he got
Like he
killed
killed
in
in the first
run.
film.
Yeah.
Here you go, Zodlander. Hello, my friend. Isn't it a digitally rendered version? Isn't it? I don't know. It just looks.
Yes,
doesn't
it is.
look,
It's the special edition.
Are you sure it
Death
looks like
Star trench run.
models?
doesn't
They look
it
like
look?
models.
Sorry,
They
I
look like
talked over you.
models.
Doesn't it look
They-
fucking fantastic?
Are you sure
though?
this isn't somebody that actually had them models and did sort of, I don't know.
I don't know. I just tried looking for a new picture.
Mm.
Looked at that. I thought, okay.
X-Wing.
Do we go dramatic or just, single X-Wing fighter like last time? But I thought, no, what a beautiful shot that is.
It is a great shot, though. You can't deny it.
Ian, have you been yet? No.
Been where?
Talking about this.
No, I haven't. But I love these. I love this design. I mean, obviously, it's the original design, because if you see the ones in the latest Disney Star Wars, they do something with it. It looks it doesn't look as sleek as these ones.
Naff.
Yeah, obviously this is a classic design. It really is. It really does evoke my childhood. And what more can I say? I love it. I love X-Wings.
Love it.
Love it.
Brian, you used to be a Star Wars fan.
Yes, I used to be a Star Wars fan. I believe in the sequel trilogy, the engines are split, but that's apparently one of the original Ralph McQuarrie designs. Anyway, we've spoken of this at length before. So simply again, specs, features, and why you should vote for it. Well, the X-Wing fighter, it's the T-65B Space Superiority Fighter. It costs a bargain, 150,000 Imperial credits, which is 65,000 used, roughly. Max acceleration is an astonishing 3,700 G. It has go-faster stripes. It has a built-in hyperdrive, a Kenwood head unit radio, a guiding house and ejector seat, a free astromech droid, and it destroyed the fucking Death Star. What more do you want? Vote for this one, people, or I'm quitting.
There you go, folks. Probably did I ask you on this one? I can't remember.
No.
It's
beautiful. I used to have an X-Wing as a kid as well. And I never had a Y-Wing, and I really liked the Y-Wing. I think it was an underrated.
Why didn't you have a Y-Wing?
I don't know. I guess I was just deprived. I had everything else, but I was deprived of a Y-Wing. I love it. I love the fact that you have the the R2 unit back there, and The only thing I would say is it's not designed for flight in space. Anyone who does astro engineering, whatever, will tell you that. But it doesn't matter because it's just such a beautiful design, and we just like pew pew spaceships, and it's great.
Pew pew.
And I said the other time, I said a very controversial thing, which probably got me into trouble, but it's that I love the Vipers from Battlestar Galactica as a sort of stripped down kind of version of this. I think for me it was just slightly more my favorite. I know it's naughty. There you go.
Okay, I was gonna try and make a joke about. Did you have a double X
I beg your pardon?
wing, double X wing fighter? Because you didn't have a Y
No,
wing fighter. There was a joke in there somewhere, but
no, I didn't pick up.
it was
on that.
pathetic. Everybody,
It
okay,
was
so
really, really bad. The
Very
point of a joke is to make people laugh, not go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
it was funny in my mind. But anyway,
Yeah, your mind is funny. That's
people have said okay.
Do you know that
So-
one I said I had picked up from the charity shop?
Yeah.
And I said it was 16 inch, and I said it was 22 inch. It's actually 29 inches long.
What?
Um,
What the hell?
if you want to,
I think we've
just
got
share
some
my
pictures
screen
here.
for
Look
a
at this,
moment.
folks. Here we go.
this is the size it is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Oof, oof, oof.
That's one I nicked off eBay, but I've got one of those in my loft at the moment, just so you understand how big this fucker is.
Look at
Original.
that.
Just to
Yeah.
let you know, Zee, I'm checking this table for ching marks.
But that's what it looks like. It's 29 inches from engine to nose, so it's quite a big,
remember.
big monster.
Look at that, folks.
I remember
have to-
Forbidden Planet.
I bet that's been.
back in the day. Yeah.
I bet that's been to places man has not gone before.
Does the wings go up though?
No, they don't,
No,
unfortunately.
just the
made-
nose goes up.
Who made that?
I think it's Hasbro.
Oh, well, it's a shame the wings don't go up.
Yeah, it is a bit.
But
But
you want for a fiver?
they're really, really heavy. No, that's how much I bought it for.
You go, I've been burgled, which is never good. That's massive. That's what she said.
It is. It's bigger than Liam Neeson's cock.
That would look amazing if it was like properly painted up and weathered. and-
it would.
Are you
That-
gonna do
Fucking
that?
hell.
That's what I bought it for. There's actually a guide on YouTube of a guy who took this and rebuilt it as a giant model and repainted it, and it looks absolutely fantastic.
Do you know-
When I get a moment, I'm going to do the same thing.
Are you any good at like doing stuff like that, weathering and?
You've seen some of my costumes, right?
Well, that's a yes then.
You've got
Yeah,
costumes?
so- yeah. I've got all sorts of cosplay costumes. I did
Oh
a
wow.
Iron Man. I've done Dr. Manhattan, Batman.
Have I not seen these?
Yeah, I've
I've
not
got-
seen
Because
it.
you're never
What?
here. That's why.
What do you mean I've never? I mean, how many times have I been in the chat? I've never seen anything like that you're talking about. What?
I've got a full 2012 Judge Dredd costume
I know,
standing in my office right now.
Fucking amazing.
I've never seen any of this stuff, mate.
No, see, I'm not the only one.
Hmm.
You
I
should print some
demand
pictures out.
access to see these things.
We should do one of those streams where we show everybody our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not literally.
Yeah.
You know what I
Leave that
mean.
to the German
So
audience.
here you go, Gavin Blackburn. Hello, Gavin. Hasbro made a 29-inch Falcon as well.
Oh wow.
Dang.
Yeah, so I'd really like to paint that up, weather it up, and have it down as something
Oh,
hanging from the ceiling.
that'd look
Nice.
amazing. Hello, Tim. Timmy.
Timmy.
Z is the law. It is.
I'm not a closet cosplayer. I'm an active cosplayer.
Really?
He's a versatile cosplayer.
Oh, yes.
Oh wow, that makes me even respect you even more, mate.
Just not a
Okay.
furry.
Okay, so that is the X-Wing fighter. I had a model kit of one of those, folks. Don't know what happened to it. I probably burnt it, but
Or eaten it or
it
something.
was a great model.
I do also have a smaller one, which is about 14
Just keep that to
inches.
yourself.
X-Wing fighter. yes.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
X-Wing.
Millennium Falcon. It was a push together kit. I've got that. somewhere.
Here you go. B-roll. Hello. B-roll. Dead or alive, you're coming with me, Z.
Dead or alive, you're coming with Z.
Oh, yes. Together.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, anonymous bastard. Z has left the closet. Yes.
Mm.
Man, I wish I could build stuff like that.
You know what? It's really, really easy.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it would be hard, and then I started working with foam. Made a few mistakes along the way. Learned about mounting cuts, valley cuts, gluing
Hard
methods,
mounting.
and
I bet
it
it
just
ain't.
it is so easy once you get started.
Really?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I've got 2 Eagle transporters and a USS Enterprise to make at some point.
Have you? What kits?
Yeah. I have, yes. But
Fantastic.
I need to be in
seriously.
the right frame of mind to give modelling a go. First time in a long time. So that is the X-Wing fighter, everybody. It's a belter. It's a belter. Okay, let's see what's next.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ian, would you like to go first?
I love this. I love it. 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 That's all I can say about that one.
Why?
Seriously, because it is iconic, and there is no design out there like it. People have tried to copy it. Look at the ship in oh God, what's that Seth MacFarlane thing called again? Orville. They tried to do something like it, but it's not quite there. Do you know what I mean? And as Poppy said when he was on, he said that it's, what did he say again?
It's perfect because it's within the golden ratio, and you can
That's
look at
it.
it at
Yes.
absolutely any angle,
That's it. Yeah.
and it will always look
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
There you go.
We're going to do the poll in a moment, folks. Going to do the poll in a moment. Once we've talked about the last entry, we'll get the poll running. Yeah.
Love it. Fantastic.
Love it.
Love it, mate. Love it.
Brian?
Well, this is a beautiful, iconic 60s future design. And do you know what? I've said lots of nice things about this thing over the weekend, but this is the final, so fuck it. Don't vote for this. It looks almost identical to all the other Enterprises. It's got 45 billion light years on the clock, squeaky seats, all leaks, and the lack of radiation protection apparently causes erectile dysfunction in the pasture. So don't vote for this one. Vote for the X-Wing.
Sabotage.
Z?
The USS Enterprise NCC 1701 was a 23rd century Federation Constitution class starship operated by Starfleet, and the second Federation starship to bear the name Enterprise, the first being NX-01, commanded by Captain Archer. During its career, the Enterprise served as the Federation flagship and was in service from 2245 to 2285. During the latter years of its life, the Enterprise was refitted into a Constitution II class starship and served as a training vessel until its destruction in 2285.
Oh, don't. Shit.
Google much.
It's beautiful. It's iconic, but I'm not voting for it because we've already had 2 much better ships.
Monsters, yeah.
I'm not trying to influence the vote at all.
Yes, you are.
We have gushed over the ship under previous streams, but when it comes to the finale, that's not where my vote's going, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Bad boy.
Vote Falcon.
vote Falcon.
Chat, vote for yourself. Don't listen to these
No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Listen.
I'm giving away free bumming for everybody.
That's it then.
Millennium Falcon.
Terrifying.
Millennium Falcon's a winner then, folks. Form an orderly queue. Promise?
I'm going to go against the grain. I think this is an absolute beautiful ship. The thing I love about the Millennium Falcon is it looks lived in. It's a hunk of junk, but it's a beautiful hunk of junk. This, on the other hand, it's such a design classic. I mean, you might say it might be over-designed, but it's aspirational, and it's got that kind of almost a sort of Art Deco mixed with the sort of 50s futurist kind of look to it. I know it's 60s, but it's got that kind of, that space age feel about it, and it's so forward thinking, and I absolutely love it.
It's very elegant, isn't it?
It is elegant. It's like a swan, isn't it? It's a bit like a swan. It's a beautiful bird, and you cannot find fault with it. I'm sure many will say practicality wise there's a lot of flaws. I mean, you've got the bridge right in the middle on the top there, which is so easy to target. You've got the neck, which is easy to attack. You've got the nacelles, which are quite flimsy.
Well, I mean, I quite like the idea of the nacelles being able to eject or detach in the event of the engine being damaged. I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you sense that your engine's going to blow, I can get rid of it.
No, the Saucer had the detached from this original version in the original show. That might have been really.
No, it'd only be the warp core that could effectively.
No, not necessarily.
Cause a catastrophic.
I've watched enough Star Trek to know that literally anything can cause the ship to explode. I also like that even back then they were thinking about functionality, and the tail of the ship opened up to reveal a cargo bay. That was very forward thinking at the time.
Yeah, and there's a guy, isn't there, who's on YouTube making a really huge model of this that it can actually, you can take it apart and it's actually fully functioning in terms of all the rooms and everything in the right place. Does anyone know about this?
No, I've not heard about that before.
Oh, I'll send you a link. It's amazing. He's done some cardboard mock-ups. It's huge. I can't remember what scale it is, but it's massive.
1-to-1.
Massive.
Yeah, that would be something. But
I know that Adam Savage's channel has a lot with the model that's in the Smithsonian. That's a good watch.
Only lit from one side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I had to, when I did the reverse shots, I had to reverse the image, didn't I?
Yeah.
And change the decals.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why everybody likes this, especially people on the panel here, is because it's so much. I remember.
I
isn't
remember.
it?
I
You know what
remember.
mean? It's that, isn't it?
I remember.
There's a very
But
good
everything
feel
was so much better then.
Yeah.
It was.
Than every generation ever.
There's a feel-good factor in our lives when we first saw this ship back in the 70s.
Yeah.
In
Not
the
a
UK.
pronoun in sight. Fucking
No.
amazing.
We were just glued to the TV for a bit of sci-fi action, and Star Trek provided it in spades.
Did and you know, the woman who played Lieutenant Uhura, she was going to quit after the first season, wasn't she? And Martin Luther King told her not to. He said that she was very important because she was one of the only black women on TV. So
shall we just say again? We've said this many times. Diversity done well back in 1966.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it is today. It's called diversity. In those days, it was called common sense, because Gene Roddenberry was saying if it was set in the future, he imagines the future to be nice, that everybody settle their differences. You had a Russian on board, you had a the black woman on board, you had this, that, the other. Do you know what I mean? All races get on.
Yeah.
So
and now everyone's divided, and it's so antithetical to everything that generations of people raised on this stuff were taught. And it did have a morality to it. It did have a very properly progressive notion of the future, but it wasn't one that wanted to
bashed us over the head with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, for this ship represents so much positivity, and on the other hand, the Millennium Falcon has a sort of rebel streak to it, which I also love. So it's very two different ships in a totally different universe, totally different style.
Yeah.
But it's they're both testaments to great design, and it's got copper on it, so I love it. I love copper, and I love the domed roof as well.
Yeah,
I find that
Matt Jeffries, everybody. Okay, shall we proceed then?
Yeah.
Move along.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
Gorgeous.
look at that! USS Enterprise NCC 1701, the refit of the previous one, folks.
Even though it's somehow bigger.
A little bit.
Well, they gave it more.
Yeah.
Who would like to go first?
It's a continuation. Obviously, they had the bigger budget, and
That's right.
they did what they wanted to do from the start, which is to put lights in the nacelles, and it looks absolutely beautiful. The array dish is very different. It's glowy blue, as you can see.
Yeah, reflective. Yeah.
Which got rid of the copper. Which
This is
slightly
the
sad.
actual. This is the actual refit,
Mm.
folks. The other one on the previous streams was the A.
Yeah.
No, the original, that wasn't the A.
No, I got that confused earlier because I did try and I'm not a Trekkie or a Trekker by any
I think
stretch.
the A was rebadged Yorktown, perhaps, if I've got my. But this is the proper refit.
Well, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Gorgeous. The only thing I would say is that it lacks the orangey plasma things at the front of the nacelles, which I love, and the spinny things.
Oh yeah.
I love those. It's slightly more sort of 75 60s classic, isn't it?
Yeah, motion picture.
Yeah. I don't know if it's, to me, I mean, I think it's a much more aesthetically modern sci-fi look to it than the 60s original. But I kind of like the design language of the original 60s one a bit more, especially on the roof and the on the cockpit, because you've got the the deck with the beautiful sort of 60s 50s kind of spacefaring design that was popular at the time. I kind of like that, and that's kind of missing in this. One thing I do love about this ship is the arboretum.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's lovely.
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really, really nice touch. And at the back as well, you've got the nice sort of viewing deck, haven't you?
Yeah. Z?
Oh, I like this one. The USS Enterprise refit was the one that we prominently saw in the motion picture in Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. It's an excellent redesign. One of the first models that I actually purchased was this one. And I actually like it. It's in keeping with the original, but it looks widely updated and definitely more of its I don't know how to say it. It just looks tougher.
Voluptuous.
Yeah.
When I first saw it in those ship porn images in the motion picture, and you just sat there looking at it from every angle, it was so beautiful just to sit there and watch it, and that's why it's just one of my favorites, because it's I know it's just purely aesthetic, but it is such again, it just goes to prove that no matter what angle you look at the ship in, it's perfect. There's not a single bad angle you can take of this ship.
Ego folks, I'm gonna FKHC 2005 at Mr. Brown license me. Did we ever figure out if the Enterprise A is a whole new ship or a renamed Yorktown? It was a renamed Yorktown, apparently. End of Star Trek. Boo! Z, did you spoke then? Yes,
I did. Yeah,
Okay,
it is nice. It's a beefier version of the TV original. Loved it. Looking at it on screen, everything about it is just lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It looks more sturdy, doesn't it? It looks more ready to go than perhaps the original. I mean, I love the original design ethic, but I don't know. I'm really torn between these two. I am.
It looks more built because of the Aztec stuff, but Brian?
Yes, well, you know, the NCC 171. This is the refit, which means it's fucking identical to last Enterprise. So it is. But, yeah, I'm in full camp.
What?
I am on full Star Wars campaign mode at this point. The only difference to this ship is that they stuck some lights on it to distract you from Shatner's wig, in my opinion. It's a cheap knockoff of the original, and it just screams, vote X-Wing. That's right, folks. Vote X-Wing.
Wow. This has been a party political broadcast on
For
behalf of the
X-Wing.
Star Wars party.
Yeah. Ian?
I love this. Love this ship. I do know that it's got a port at the side now since watching was it motion picture, you know, when that thing flies around it and he gives it the tour and stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic, this ship. And again, I would say that yes, there are little changes on the refit, but again, the special effects in motion picture just showed you that this thing is a thing of beauty. So there you go.
You had the model like me and Z.
Yeah, my brother sat on it.
Not so sturdy then.
Yeah, exactly. The end.
Okay. I love Star Trek. Star Trek's my number one. It was painful when
I thought Riker was number one.
no, that's TNG.
Oh, right, okay.
When the Enterprise died, Star Trek 3. I knew it was
not as sad as when the Liberator died.
Well, I knew it was special in my life when that happened, and I got upset. Just amazing.
My God, Bones, what have I done?
What you always do. Okay, I do believe we have a super chat. Then I'll fly the. Then I'll put the poll open. So here you go. Romeo Tango November Zulu for $5 NZ. Thank you, my friend. Hail Brown panel and chat. Come on, folks. Let's give it to the Enterprise. I'll move on to the hot 70s, 80s babes.
Yeah, man.
We know you want to. We do. And that's going to happen.
We got to do that. We decided it'd be people, won't it? It'll be good-looking people.
Well,
right?
ideally, people, yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't want Lee to be left out, do we? Come on.
Yeah, inclusivity and diversity. I don't give a shit, really. I don't care.
When we do the hot hunks, don't worry, Plutes and probably are going to be doing that. No way. Okay, then, folks. Thank you, my friend.
Fat chicks, says Adam Jones.
If people like Lizzo, then we gotta do it. Okay, so I'm going to open the poll. Effectively, just vote for your favourites. Last place gets eliminated. So here we go, folks. Hopefully, it's up and running.
I just want to say it's a bit unfair with the Enterprise because you're voting against two versions of the same ship.
Well,
split the vote, but add those two votes together. That's what I say.
No, shut up.
Yeah.
You can only
no, because we've got another Enterprise in the next round. So we might end up with an Enterprise against Enterprise, and that's the last thing.
Final, wasn't this the final? Or
Yeah, we got more to come.
Ooh.
Have we?
Haven't we?
No.
This is it.
Taking those mushrooms.
Oh, is this it?
This is it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Vote.
So remember, this is really unfair because it's one chip in two.
Vote for your favourite, folks. That's all you need to do. Vote for your favourites.
You told me how this all works, but I clearly wasn't listening.
No. Vote for your favourites, and the last place gets eliminated, and then we go again until we get the winner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did miss a staff meeting.
You did, mate.
Dr. McCoy.
Okay, so we'll talk this then.
Dr. Ooh, the TARDIS. Dr. Ooh.
Adam Jones, Can
you dig it?
you
Dig it!
speak slower, Brown? Yes. Okay. Who watched this evening? Hot off the press, everybody. Doctor Who.
Boycotting
The
it.
TARDIS.
The TARDIS.
Bugger that.
Ian,
Yeah, I watched it.
thoughts?
I didn't think it was too bad, apart from the BBC trying to basically poke the bear. Beginning scene with Sir Isaac Newton, the bit where she says that the Doctor is gay. She always thought he was gay, and the bit where they had to mention that the pilot was a female. So apart from those things, it was an enjoyable piece of rubbish, really. Let's face it. It was well shot. Special effects, as you know, the money they poured into this episode was seen on screen.
I saw those clips. The CGI didn't look good at all, and
no, it looked all right.
The green screen was ropey as fuck because you could see like the aliasing around their outline, and the lighting was completely out.
Oh well, I thought it was okay. You know, I mean, as I said, I enjoyed this more than last week's one. At least the agenda wasn't really, slapping you across the face. And again, right, the story doesn't make any sense to me. It was explained to me on Dan's channel that the reason why everything was moving so slowly is because they didn't want the creatures to think fast. So they made everything go slow. But I'm saying, well, but that doesn't make any sense either, because if the ship had a crew and loads of people, couldn't one person push the button? Anyway, so it didn't make any sense to me. But, it was all right. That's all I can say about it. It was okay.
Yeah, we don't know why there was only the captain. Unless it was a solo mission.
You would assume that she had a crew.
Yeah,
even if they did discover these creatures, there's got to be one person that was in the corridor at the time could press the button. Why have the button in the corridor, which was long as it was a very long corridor? You'd think a button would be where the pilot sits, or the captain. Why would it just be a random thing?
But the comments, I've been burgled. I'd rather wipe my ass with sandpaper and cited all levels of donkey dicks. Brilliant. I love this.
I've been burgled, which is no nice. I'd rather wipe my ass with sandpaper.
As I said, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was just, it passed the time, put it that way.
Arse burgled.
Once again.
Brian?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, just quickly on that, talking about it being slow. The in-canon explanation doesn't fix the real-life pacing problem. He cannot fucking fix it with that explanation. So
yeah.
Whoever said that was wrong. Do you know, Brian? My motivation for watching dire TV shows wanes by the day. At this point, I think the Brown Alliance is essentially a masochist support group. To be honest. But yeah, I've written a few notes for this program.
Yeah, go on.
To get
That'd
me
be
through
great
this.
to listen to them prepared notes.
Go on then.
Anyway, the first scene, I thought to myself, who better to play a 5'6" white Englishman than a 6'5" mixed race gent of Indian descent of Isaac Newton? It's a guy called apparently Nathaniel Curtis, who is one of Russell's pals from It's a Sin.
Yeah,
apparently he identifies as the slur, as you would say, probably queer, which is right up Russell Street. I also noticed that the Doctor and Catherine Tate said, it's Isaac is hot. And he says, is that who I am now? I thought, fuck off.
Yeah, that's the
Isaac Newton, who is now brown of skin.
Yes.
What do you mean like that? That's
gravity.
Isaac Newton, everybody.
Yeah, gravity is a weird effect. And then the arguments of people on Twitter saying, well, it's a time travel show with an alien with two hearts and a police box. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean when you travel through time, people change their ethnicity. It's just such a stupid non-argument.
The only reason this has been done is because Russell T Davies is an attention-seeking narcissist.
That's
He's deliberately courting controversy so he can wank himself senseless to all the comments.
Isaac Newton was trending, by the way.
Yeah, and
Until
Doctor Who
now,
wasn't at the time. It was like trending more.
until now, all depictions of historical characters in Doctor Who have been accurate in their portrayals. So you look at Charles Dickens, Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth, Winston
Van Gogh.
Churchill, Agatha Christie, and even Vincent van Gogh, all accurate to the original characters.
I look
But, I
forward
mean,
to a Black Hitler.
Yeah,
next
absolutely. And the
season.
people who are 100% okay with a black guy playing a white guy in this episode are the same ones who cry their eyes out when a white guy's playing a Chinese guy in the Tom Baker story, The Talons of Weng Chang.
Spot on.
So, you know,
Spot
if it's done
on.
one way, it's offensive. If it's done the other way, oh, then it's stunning and brave. I just don't get it.
It's hypocrisy.
CGI was absolutely terrible. The TARDIS shot in the tree was the worst kind of compositing that I've ever seen. It was absolutely terrible. And the ship scenes looked like they were like stagecraft in The Mandalorian.
There was something very After Effects about a lot of it, especially the ship. The actual design of the ship inside didn't look too bad, but yeah, just After Effects written all over it. For something that's not only the BBC has the taxpayers' money, it also has Disney having a few extra quid on the side. It was pretty poor.
It still looks bad.
I didn't think it looked too bad.
Really? I thought the spaceship in
It's rubbish.
the
Some of it was
Chibnall
a bit
episode,
poop.
dinosaurs on a spaceship actually looked more
I don't know.
realistic than this.
You know what? Right? It wasn't. The episode wasn't too bad. At least
I'll agree with you.
I was trying to figure out what was going on. You know, performances from David Tennant and Catherine Tate was okay. They did what they did at the end of the day. The argument not argument, but the discussion I had with Simon is that when people say it was well directed, quite frankly, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they don't know what direction is.
Brilliant.
You know, they go, "Oh yeah, but it was well edited." That's not directing. That's editing. Oh, it was well shot. That's why it was well directed. No, that's the DOP's job. Do you know what I mean? And so the way the way I see good direction is when there's a shot that's done really well and the performances within that shot, within the unbroken shot, is stellar. That's what I call good directing, and none of that existed obviously in this episode. In fact, none of it exists in TV shows because the whole playing field of a TV show has changed. The directors don't have any power at the end of the day when the show's been put together. They can say it's very rare these days that a director sits with the editor and edits an episode. I know Simon said he did it, but that he's talking about when he worked in the 70s. Do you know what I mean? But today it doesn't happen. So how do you contribute? How do you basically figure out what's well directed? Do you know what I mean?
Here you go, folks. Anonymous bastard. I think he's picking you up here a little bit.
Okay.
Is Mega Geek on Valium? He's already missed like 7 or 8 it's shit cues. Come on, Ed. You need it. Come on.
Someone else
it
was
is
disappoint as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Again, it's really difficult to when people say things like that. It's like good photography, whatever, or this, whatever. They have to know what they're talking about to actually comment on what they're talking about.
I think direction is probably one of the last things to worry about in the terms of this current story.
But you know, he may be right. The director might have sat with the editor and stuff like that.
Bedelia. Ian is experiencing the battered fan syndrome.
Battered fan syndrome.
I know it's one of the lesser problems, but I can't stand Catherine Tate in this. She just seems like a kind of particularly upset dinner lady to me, and I'm afraid I don't really like Tennant's Doctor Who either. It reminds me of my smart ass geography teacher who was always trying it on with the final year students. It just fucking gets on my nerves, man.
Here you go, Ian. This is for you.
It's shit. But the thing is, though, right? For me, Doctor Who, and I'll always say this: Doctor Who's the cleverest man in the room. He always was the cleverest man in the room.
Not anymore.
But now he gets told off by women.
Well, this is what I said. The classic Doctor Who was written by intelligent people for intelligent 10-year-olds. Now, New Who is made by idiots for 20-year-old idiots.
I honestly, the Doctor Who should have gone in another direction. They should have got somebody else to helm this version of Doctor Who, and they should have came up with fresh ideas instead of going back to the well and doing the same thing. I agree with Brian. Catherine Tate is not. She's not a pleasant character at all. She's
Not
always
like-
slacking
no,
people off,
it's
telling
horrible.
people off. You know, somebody should put her in her place and slap her face and say, "You pay attention, otherwise you're going to die." I'm going to
Face like a bulldog chewing a wasp.
You go, common people. Common people. Rose is the cleverest man in the room.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I mean,
comes
this
the
has done-
SAP, take me away.
Sorry,
This has
I'll
done
get
nothing for the
arrested
perception of Doctor Who either. I mean, you also saw how last week's episode went down on Rotten Tomatoes. It did pretty badly. I mean, although it's very stupid to use Rotten Tomatoes by any measure of quality,
Yeah.
it did recover to about 45% audience score. But after this episode aired, it dropped to 43%.
I'm surprised it's even that high, quite honestly.
Yeah, I am as well. But
He goes,
you know,
Zodlander, Rose. Oh, you mean Jason? Yeah. No, sorry. Dead naming, not good.
It is
The dialogue,
Sorry, go ahead. Go on, Brian.
the dialogue kind of got on my nerves a little bit. It was a bit too kind of music hall-esque for me. You know what I mean? That horrible kind of back and forth. That can be good sometimes. Like in Star Wars, it's really good and clever, but this was just.
It's the same people who love this era are the same people who said that the Tom Baker era was too comical. And I'm like, are you joking? Because this whole era just seems like it's trying to be a comedy series rather than a drama. And Bolstrick, who sat forced to watch this, said that, you know, well, he's a big horror fan, isn't he? And he was like, if you're going to do horror, you make things dark. This was like everything was white, and there was no horror there, you know, because apparently this was meant to be the horror
See,
episode.
here you go, folks. This is good. Adam Jones. Time and relative dimension in space? Question mark. No. Trans and race diversity, I'll say, is shit. Very good.
Brilliant.
Very good.
Very
I think
good.
probably
Very good.
hit the nail on the head there about the horror elements. It did look as if they were trying to go down the horror thing, but it ended up just being somewhere between comical and just.
didn't they
probably
use, like,
doesn't need to be
weird
dark.
effects?
It's just comedy CGI.
They use like those sort of effects you get in your phone, like those
Yeah.
what do you call it? The filters, didn't it, on the faces and things.
Thing is, though,
Yeah, a little bit.
I think with this Doctor Who, obviously all the arrows are pointing towards the Doctor being gay, the next Doctor being gay, even though what's his name is gay in real life. But it's going to be a lot more. He's going to be kissing a man. He's going to be dancing with a
It's
man.
on its way.
You know what I
It's
mean?
coming.
That's where it's going. And the thing is,
way.
if it's going that way, then no matter how good the stories are, this is not what I would remember Doctor Who for.
No.
So I'll probably stop watching once it starts kicking in. I'm curious to see how Shooty. So he's got the Christmas special, isn't he, on Christmas Day? So I'm curious to see how he plays the Doctor. But as far as I'm concerned, I still think it's a tragedy that they've race swapped the Doctor. And I don't care what anyone says. They keep saying he's an alien. He can do this. He can do that. Bollocks. For the last X amount of years, the Doctor was a white male and changed from another white male to another white male. Why would you change something that's so successful?
Don't know.
We know why. We know why.
Okay. Do you want to carry on with Doctor Who, or do you want to do this results of the spaceship?
Spaceships.
Do spaceships
the
again,
results.
and then we'll
Yeah,
come back to
Tuesday.
the other slides later. So we'll try and mix it up a bit. Okay.
Bog
so
down.
yeah, we'll mix it up, folks, because I know some of you are not into.
Dr. Pooh. Dr. What?
As a lifelong Doctor Who fan, neither am I.
Oh,
So there
sorry,
you go.
I'm sorry. I'm boomering, folks. I'm boomering. Okay. The Poel is going to close. Seconds vote. I can't speak. Please vote if you've not voted. You've got seconds. I'm going to close the poll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's closing, everybody. It's closing. If you've not voted, press them buttons now. It's closing. Okay, dead air. Did it register? Oh, Here we go then, folks. Shall we do the result?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Poel completes 54 votes. Okay, so we'll do this the other way around. So in first place, what a surprise, Millennium Falcon with 44. That's 44%. Second place, USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Refit, 27%. And third place, X-Wing Fighter, 14. That's 14%. And last place and being eliminated, USS Enterprise NCC 1701 ToS with 12. That's 12%. So there
USS
you go.
Enterprise, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
They beat the Enterprise.
Okay,
Outrageous.
so talk amongst yourselves.
Rhubarb.
I'm going to set the poll up again. So bear with me, folks. Bear with me. So
Personally, I cannot believe the original Enterprise is out in its arse.
I know. The
I know.
perfect design ship. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think we probably should have only had the 3 in the final. Well, we've got that in the final now, I suppose. But I do. As much as I've been kidding on, I do hate to see the original Enterprise get out on its bum relatively so late in the game. Anyway,
it's
Well,
a
I think we
tough
can
round.
tell who's going to win at this point.
Yeah. at this point, I'm going to have to phone Swappers and get him to vote with these 15
Phone a friend.
accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need him firing up those bot accounts, don't we?
Oh yes.
Carry on, folks. Just I'm copying and pasting. Plus, I can't focus. 'cause-
Adam
So-
Gray says
I'm ill.
nostalgia doesn't win elections. Sex
It doesn't.
But I don't know. The Enterprise is a sexy ship.
It is. I think so.
So, Z, what do you feel about the current results so far? How's that?
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Right then, folks. Okay, so I'm going to set the poll running again.
He's got
Okay.
a runny pole.
Yeah,
Watch out.
no, never nice having a runny poll, folks. Vote for your favourites. Vote for your favourites.
I also thought that joke about gravity was really shit.
Of course it was.
And I hated that they carried that right the way through that. I mean,
Yeah.
there was gravity existed before Isaac Newton theorized it. I mean, he's a Time Lord. He's fucking lived for thousands of years. You know, even before Sir Isaac Newton was born, gravity was the thing. But now he's renamed it Mavity, and everybody calls it Mavity, and it's bloody stupid.
Not a load of
Well, it's
bollocks.
RTD. Yeah, he's lost
Yeah.
some terrain.
And then I saw that line in there where we went, "You're karma, lady," and she went, "Thank you, Parker. How dare you fucking invoke Jerry Anderson in this shit?"
Oh yeah, Jamie Anderson was jizzing over that on Twitter.
Oh, God.
Fuck off.
What is it with the offspring of these great people? They always turn out to be utter shits, don't they? Always destroying their own parents or
Yeah.
grandparents' legacies for the
John
money.
Kasdan's boy. Sorry, Lawrence Kasdan's boy, John.
Okay then, folks. We'll get back to Doctor Who in a minute. Okay, so perhaps another sentence or so off each of you, if you can. You can even say the same what you said earlier. Entirely up to you. Probably USS Enterprise refit.
Vote for this perfect ship. It is perfect. Go and look it up. It's actually designed with the golden ratio in mind. You can't get better than this. This is the perfect ship.
There you go, folks. Z.
You heard it here first.
It's okay, I guess.
Wow.
Wah,
It's
wah.
okay. It's okay, I guess. But it's got some really tough competition here, hasn't it?
Yep, that's true. That is true.
That is true.
And I am in two minds about which one of these I'm going to vote for. Out of
Ooh.
these top three, it's starting to get really tough here. I love the ship, and as I said, it's one of the first models I actually purchased. And I'm tossed up between this and the Falcon.
I think this was probably my first spaceship model that I ever
You
purchased.
said, yeah.
The first, I obviously had lots of kind of World War II military models and stuff when I was a kid, because the old man used to make them for me and all that stuff. But this was the first.
Just look it in the
It's
eyes.
just amazing.
Look it in the eyes and tell
Beautiful.
that beautiful ship that you're not
Beautiful.
going to vote for it.
Beautiful.
Imagine how it would feel. There you go. How could you? How could you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
It would self-destruct.
It would be like
Well,
Star
it did in
Trek
my back
horror.
garden, it did. Brian?
I'll happily look it right up the arse end and tell it I'm not going to vote for it.
Oh, Brian.
You psycho.
All right, okay. Do you know, kidding aside, I think it's a really lovely design. Just a nice slight tweak from the original, just to bring it up to date slightly, and obviously, as I said before, extra detail on it, just to match the medium that the film was presented in. Obviously, the motion picture it being its. Do you know what? These three, I wouldn't break my heart if it won. It's such a lovely design, and very iconic. Even though it took me about 4 hours of staring at all these Enterprises to work out which one was which.
It's no NCC 170-1A though, is it?
It's not, because that didn't work properly, did it? For a while.
Might I just say before I pass on to someone else that Anonymous Bastard in the chat has said, can the panel just say which was their favourite as a kid?
Yeah, I've starred that. Don't worry, we'll get back to it. I've starred it, folks. Don't worry. I've starred that. Okay. Ian?
Oh, what can I say about it?
Come on.
I love this ship. What can I say? I think
Okay,
it's the best
okay,
design.
question then. You know when your brother sat on yours,
Yeah.
what was your reaction?
Well, I mean, he's the favorite in the family, so
Did you lose your
I was-
shit, or were you?
I was pissed, but Dad was always hovering, so
Oh dear.
not much you can do really. If somebody sits on
I
your
take it your
toy.
brother knew he was the favourite.
Yeah, I think he suspected it. Especially when he got these Star Wars toys at Christmas. So yeah.
And that T-shirt that said "Favorite Son."
And God, I wish I didn't have the rest.
Did your T-shirt say "I'm not bitter" though?
No, you know what? He didn't mean to sit on it, so it's.
Are you
it's one of
sure?
those- No,
Are
he
you
didn't.
sure?
He didn't mean to sit on it, so it wasn't. Yeah, it just
Could it not
got
be
wrecked.
refitted to be fixed?
No, it was done for. It got exploded over the Genesis planet. Felt like so. It was done.
Adam Jones says he got the toys, you got the box.
I did, yeah. When he sat on it, I went, "Oh my God, Richard, what have you done? That's
What
I
have
said
you
to him.
Okay, so let's see what's next.
Yay!
Oh, God, this is
X-Wings.
tough. This is tough, isn't it?
X-Wings.
X-Wing fighter. Obviously, previous one, Enterprise refit, beautiful. X-Wing fighter. Z, do you want to go?
This is one of the first ships I actually saw that had an onboard droid assist, isn't it? With the R2 astromech units on them. I've never seen anything like that before.
Very
I thought it was
unique.
really, really cool. I actually really enjoyed the toys as well. It's a shame that the Palatoy ones that you got in the UK didn't have the electric motor mechanism in the back that the US versions did.
Oh, wow.
That would have been a nice little extra feature. It's a beautiful ship, so iconic. I mean,
Very much so.
just despite how beautiful they look here, they didn't exactly capture the same sense of wonder when I saw them in The Force Awakens. The repainted black and orange ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really didn't look the part, but these are a work of art.
The reason why they're so good is because they're so long, aren't they? They look like they were made to actually travel at huge speeds.
Fit
because
for
of how-
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're not really, as I said, in the physics of space, they're not at all practical.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's sci-fi.
But it's science.
I've
Science
been
fantasy.
looking at these model kits this week. This has really got me back into spaceships again. This Stream Killer.
It's only a good thing.
Actually.
Probably. Thoughts?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we've got a really strong lineup here. As Brian said, I don't think you can really be upset with any of these winning because they are all absolute classics.
Please vote, everybody.
But it's comparing apples to oranges, though. I mean, the Enterprise to an X-wing it's not really comparable, really. But purely on a design and coolness aesthetic, they've all got their pluses, they've all got their slight minuses, but not many minuses. So I do love it. I loved this as a kid. I love them all.
Brian?
Well,
Yeah, the X-wing fighter. No.
Oh my God.
Enough shenanigans for one evening. This one is my absolute favourite. As I said before, I love the toy, and it was played with until fatigue set in all over the place. If only you can get Obi-Wan off the radio, I think that would be absolutely perfect. If this one doesn't win, I think I'll be absolutely gutted. I don't think it will win now, having seen some of the
I don't know.
earlier results.
It's the way I'm doing it. If your favourite ship gets knocked out, people will vote for the things, so it's got a chance.
Well, there could be some tactical voting going on here.
Whoa.
You never know. Depends.
You mean they're conspiring, they're forming little cabals in the chat there?
When I say tactical, I don't mean me texting swappers in Georgia to fire up his converters and sort this vote out for me.
We need swappers. We're down by 40 tonight on the numbers. You can tell swappers isn't around. Z, did I ask you? I can't remember.
You did, yes.
Probably did I ask you? Can't remember.
Bloody
can't
hell.
remember.
You're getting
I'm old. So, Mega Geek.
Yeah. You did. You asked me already. I said what I
Why?
thought. Oh no, you mean the X-wings?
Yeah.
I've told you. Did I not? I think they're.
God, you're old as well. Yeah, we've done
Welcome
it.
to the old fart.
No,
Can't remember
yeah,
shit.
I said I liked it. I said I liked them.
Yeah, the
Well,
whole story
can
about
Can
sitting
you
on-
expand on just I like it?
No, I did. I said I
did.
liked that how it was stretched and it looked like it was dynamic for
Yeah.
flying fast. Do you remember I said that?
I'm being an old twat then, aren't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry, folks. Mr. Brown. I've got an ear infection. Sorry, folks. I'm getting over a double ear
Brain
infection.
They're getting over
Okay.
me.
It's a great spaceship.
Sex wang good. says
Yeah.
Kieran.
Had bought a model kit of one of these. Loved it. Fucking brilliant. I'd been looking at these this week. Tempted. Really expensive now. Model kits.
Yeah, no, they're crazy.
Exactly the same. All the original kits from the 70s and 80s have been reissued by AMT, but it's got Disney on the box.
Disney.
Disney. Stream killer. You go, Sword in the Storm. Mr. Brown, stop complaining. I have a urinary tract infection.
Ooh,
Hot piss. I'm pissing fire. Sorry, mate. Hope it heals up quickly, mate.
Put some cream on that.
Can you imagine back in Victorian times they'd shove the little mini
Little
umbrella?
metal umbrella up there.
Oof.
Yanked it
Could
out.
be worse, mate. Could be worse. Okay. So that is the X-Wing fighter. I'm going to boomer.
Somebody's drinking something.
Is that correct?
Yes.
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 Okay. Who would like to go first? Brian, you used to be a Star Wars fan.
Yes, but I used to be a
Up.
fan. Yes, I did predict way back that this would be in the final, which it has managed to do. So again, it's another one that I had the toy and absolutely loved. Iconic again, unmistakable,
Look at that.
fantastically designed by Ralph McQuarrie. And I
Fantastic.
said before, so much action in the story. And the original trilogy just revolves around it. So before old knackered, it still has it where it counts, kid. I was going to mention Solo as in the movie, but no,
Oh,
stuff it.
don't. Lost money.
I still think it's beaten only by the X-Wing, and that's just that's more down to personal preference than actually design.
I will say, peeps, 50 votes, 68 people watching, so nearly 20 people have not voted. So if you're able to vote, it's close, folks. Please vote if you haven't done so. Poll will be closing very, very soon. Props.
Yeah. Again, it's such a strong 3 ships to choose from, and they're
Unbelievable.
all
Unbelievable.
so very different from each other. Also, very, very different purposes. Obviously, 2 are from the same universe, but it's it's such a unique ship. I don't think anyone had really seen anything like this. This launched 1,000 copycats, and none of them were close to this absolute stonker. What can I say? It's so unique, so different from anything else that had been seen before. And it's still such a design classic now. And I love the fact that it's so put together and so kooky and weird and strange. I mean, it's the Rebel ship in name indeed. It's so anarchic. I love it. It's punk rock, man.
I'm going to watch Star Wars this week, I've decided.
Wow,
Which
you're
version?
brave, man. Yeah, right.
I think it's the enhanced version of Star Wars.
What, special edition original trilogy?
Is it the Addy one update?
Oh, yeah, Addy one's brilliant. That one.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that one. I'm
Sword in
really
the
pumped for it.
Brown, Sword in the Storm has a little question for us if you want to start that at some point, if you're interested.
Where is it? How far?
But 10 or 12 up.
Sword in the Storm. Oh, chat's fucking about.
Random question, but what toys does everyone have on their desks? I have little Jedi Master Yoda and a Soundwave. I got a Soundwave, original one.
I've got R2D2 on my desk.
I can't find it.
And
I'm boomering, folks.
It's
Sorry,
okay, we're
peeps.
answering it anyway. I don't have any toys, sadly, since the missus commandeered to work from home during COVID. My desk has been taken over. Yeah, getting replaced by a woman, just like Luke Skywalker.
My desk is currently in bits because I'm trying
Found
to move it. But on my dresser table, I've got a C-3PO, 1/6 scale. I've got a John Pertwee 3rd Doctor 1/6 scale. I've got a Dennis Fisher 4th Doctor. I've got a Sutek Palatoy, 4th Doctor Palatoy, a Decayed Master Palatoy, a Jaroth, Scaroth, Jaroth. I can't remember which way it is from the City of Death. I've got 3 Revenge of the Cybermen and one that was made by someone, a custom, and a Delgado Master head sculpt and a 4th Doctor head sculpt.
Wow.
Go on to bodies when I get them.
You got a lot.
Yeah, they're all clustered together on there. And on the other side, I got some Daleks. There you go. But they're waiting to go on the shelves because I need to put up some new shelves. So they're just take up a little space there for the moment.
Right.
Here we go,
I have a
folks.
C-3PO Mighty Mug on my desk. On the shelves to the left-hand side, I have a full set of all 5 Paradigm Daleks and the Paradigm Dalek from
Ooh, Paradigm
Pandora
Dalek suck.
Opens. Got a Victory Dalek, Supreme Dalek, Dalek with Mutant Reveal on the shelf. Above that, it's a full set of the Guillermo del Toro's Troll Hunters Funko Pops.
Nice.
And on the shelves behind me are all 12 Doctors and their TARDISes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I got loads of TARDISes. I got the 13 Doctor set, which is quite rare.
Is that the
Oh,
one where
that
you got
is.
the Whittaker hanging?
No.
No, I
Or did
don't
you get
have
rid of that?
Whittaker on there.
It was a
Got
bit
rid of that.
dark, wasn't
It
it?
was a bit
Someone
dark.
put on eBay a Yasmin scale figure, but it was a plank of wood. I was so tempted.
I quite like that 13 Doctor set. You've got the blue 6th Doctor
Yep.
in blue real time.
Yeah, and I've got the season 18 Doctor in his red costume. I love
Anyone have the Dalek
best
Cult
one.
of Scarrow?
I used to. I sold it.
Oh, okay.
No, I got the new set, the Dalek Sec, the new one that came out.
Dalek Sec.
Anybody else got anything on the desk?
Got
That's
used
fine.
condom.
And Thunderbirds 1, 2, 3, and 4 on my
Oh,
speakers.
nice.
Oh, you're showing off now.
No Rose
Oh.
Tico, says MJ UK.
Yeah.
Who?
Who's not that desperate? Okay, who's not said anything about Millennium?
The Millennium Falcon.
Mom.
Man.
Anybody anything to add?
Yes, man. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know.
Scarro music, Chiarantos.
It's a fabulous ship, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Anonymous
Yes.
bastard in the chat says, "You haven't, Brown."
Haven't what? I've got
Certainly.
nothing.
You got nothing.
Oh, okay.
You've got nothing.
It is a great ship. As I said, I'm more into Star Trek. This is very, very iconic. As I've said previously, I love the sound of the. When it flies past the camera, it's got that noise,
Oh,
the engine noise. The sound effects from Star Wars are just incredible.
The best, absolutely the best. There's no
just
denying.
Ben Burt.
Amazing, yeah, Ben,
Mm.
just incredible.
Ben Burt was amazing.
Um,
Amazing geezer. Even edited.
It is a great ship. I remember my friend. He had the.
I remember.
He got the Palitoy.
I remember.
I think one Christmas he got the snow speeder.
Did he sit on
The
it?
No, he got the snow speeder, Millennium Falcon, and the Attack Walker all in one Christmas.
Oh, I miss my AT-AT.
Spoiled bastard.
I love the AT-AT. I had that. Yay.
Spoiled bastard.
Yeah, my brother, he fucking had all of them. God damn it. Janet.
I was raised as an only child. I even had brothers and sisters, but I didn't live with them,
Okay.
so I was lucky. I got spot rotten.
Okay,
But,
so
I love the Millennium Falcon because it always looked really cozy inside.
Yeah,
you know.
there you go.
Really like-
Yeah, what a Christmas for that jammy bastard. Yeah. You go, Manuel Grell. Hello, my friend. Snow speeder. Yes, the snow speeder was fantastic. It was the size of the models which were amazing. That's the
Yeah, the great thing about Snow Speeder is you
brilliant.
could fit 2 pilots in it.
Well, if it's Disney, we can fit 10.
Mm.
Okay, just incredible. Just what a time to be alive, folks. What a time. Okay, so shall we close the poll, folks?
Close the poll.
If you've not voted, you've got seconds. Seconds, peeps. You've got seconds.
Boom.
Oh God, it's very exciting. I didn't think it'd be as exciting as this. Okay, I'm going to close it, folks. You've got seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Was it registered? Here we go then, folks. Okay, so first place, Millennium Falcon with 45. That's 45%. God, this is exciting. Second place, USS Enterprise NCC 1701 refits with 36, and in last place and being eliminated, X-Wing Fighter 18.18%.
Brian's leaving.
Sorry, Brian.
Dear.
Gutted.
Brian, final words.
I'm absolutely gutted. I'm devastated by this. I have to say that it's been a hell of a lot closer between the Enterprise refit and the Millennium Falcon than I would have thought. It gives us
I think
hope.
there's a bit of a Star Wars, Star Trek kind of head-to-head thing going
There
on.
is, yes, it's going to change
Yeah.
around. It'd be interesting to see what the final one would be.
Very much so. When we started this, I thought it was going to end up being the Falcon versus the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I thought it was going to
Wow.
go. But the surprising amount of love for the Enterprise there.
I
Yeah,
don't think it's surprising at all. Not at all. It's
Actually, I
a
agree with
perfect ship.
Robbie.
It's beautiful.
yeah.
It's so timeless, you know. I mean, all its iterations, even from the 60s right through. I mean, it's endured, you know, that
Indeed.
language.
Yeah. So we're this is it then, folks. Final. I will do the poll if you can just amuse yourselves for a little while.
That's hilarious.
Okay, question: Do we think it's fair that I personally think these are the best two?
What's that?
These two
Yeah,
are the
yeah,
best
very
ships.
much. Yeah.
It's fair, isn't it?
It
Well, I
is.
think it's two iconic ships, you know, from two iconic, well, once iconic franchises. So, you know, I think you can't argue with these choices.
I will say, folks, I've slightly reworded this. It's vote for the winner. Yeah, vote for the winner. So I'm going to do the. I'm just doing the poll now, and then we'll just finish off the Doctor Who shite, and then we'll come back
Doctor
to
Who.
Doctor
Isn't it
Who in the
already
house,
finished?
man.
Doctor Ooh.
Okay,
Dr.
so
Poole, Dr. Gender Woo.
so the options. Yep. So it's a straight race, folks. Vote for the winner. USS Enterprise NCC 1701 refit or the Millennium Falcon. I will start the poll. Vote for the winner, folks. Vote for the winner. Is it running? Let's have a look.
Yep, it's running. This is going to be a real toughie.
Oh, God, this is exciting.
It
isn't
is tough. It really
God,
is
this-
tough.
I mean,
And
the
if you're lurking,
1701
folk-
is essentially the 1701A. They're more or less the same ship in design, aren't they?
God, it's so close.
If you're lurking in the chat, folks, just vote. We won't, if you just want to stay lurking, just vote. You'll stay lurked. Don't worry.
Just remember that the Millennium Falcon has a consciousness of a sex robot on it.
If that doesn't sway you, nothing will.
I just thought technically it's possible that it could be a draw.
Adieu?
If it's a
Penalties.
draw, what we will do is we will. How will we do it if it's a draw?
Oh, it's a draw. It's a
Just
draw.
Well, no, I'll have to step in then.
Oh, okay. Okay. How many of us are on here? 5 of us. So there you go.
There's
Yeah,
a
we can
vote
do it that
then,
way.
isn't it?
Yeah, we can do it that way.
50-50.
Brilliant.
We
It's a
vote.
deciding vote.
Yeah,
Between
brilliant.
5 people, one person will hold the.
Yes,
if
brilliant.
it's a tie. Yeah, perfect.
So it's a good job you came on, Probby.
Yeah, saved the day.
Probby has saved the stream, everybody. We didn't even know.
Wow.
Well done, Probby. Well done.
So
Okay, so let me just look at my super chats. Here we go. We'll do the super chats first. Common people for £5. Real money allegedly, folks. As Mega Geek's brother used to say, you go play with a cardboard box and I'll go sit on this. It's a deep wound, isn't it?
It's very deep.
Could have been very deep indeed. Yes.
I will also say genuinely, Larry only pops in every now and again, but he does make an impression. Thank you, Larry, so much. Larry for $20. Made you look. You certainly did, my friend, and thank
what a
you
look.
so. Yeah, Marty. Is it Marty Feldman?
Marty Feldman, the great
Yeah,
Marty Feldman.
my cat is named after Marty Feldman.
Why is he boss-eyed?
He had big eyes when he was a kitten. His
bless.
eyes were huge. But thank you, Larry. Thank you, my
So-
friend.
If you're a massive phallus, we'd have named it after Dick Jones.
Dick Jones.
Yes.
Errol Flynn.
Okay. I'm just looking at the other.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we've got. I have starred a couple of the other questions, folks. Yeah. So we'll do those in a bit. Okay. So shall we finish off with the Doctor Pooh?
Dr. Ooh.
Doctor Pooh shit. Let me do
Groan.
some. Let me do some boomerang. Did we do this one?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Why are
mentioned
these
it
people
briefly, but-
special?
Yeah, somebody did a meme. Was it me or was it Isaac Newton? Hot.
No.
What? He was, wasn't he? He was so hot. Oh.
God, what the fuck are these people on?
Is that
Absolutely
who I
mental.
am now? Well, it was never that far from the surface, mate.
Oh, yeah, because they're trying to imply that the Doctor's always been a bit bisexual. And it's just so fucking stupid. I find it really offensive, actually, because it's like, oh, so you can just choose to be gay now, right? That's what they're saying. You can just choose. That's really, really fucking stupid. It's retarded as fuck, and I'm not happy about it. It's just leave the Doctor alone. The Doctor is an asexual alien. Period. Full stop. End of story. Keep your nonsense out of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. Yeah, rant over.
I just don't understand the line, well, it was never far from the surface, mate. She was there during the Stolen Earth when the Doctor met Rose again. Donna knows how much Rose means to the Doctor. He has
that
never
doesn't matter now.
demonstrated
Doesn't matter
any
now.
kind
yeah.
of this at all.
Yeah, because John Pertwee screamed raging homosexual. Why? Because he wore frilly shirts?
Get
Frilly
it out.
skirts, and he said it. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, Tom Baker, yeah, always loved a bit of cock, didn't he? I mean, really? Yeah, William Hartnell, yeah, he just loved taking up the shitter. I mean, really? Come on, it's just a fucking piss take. It's so insulting to all these great
Fucking hell.
actors, you know.
I will
just find
say
it so offensive.
the guests don't necessarily represent the opinions of the channel.
Yes, it does.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Anybody want to follow that?
No.
We can follow that.
Anybody can. Yeah. Stream killer. While I
Look,
watch
I know Peter Davison had his fist up a cow during his
What?
All Creatures Great and Small run, but I don't think that translated into Doctor Who in any particular way or shape or form. Just saying.
Ego folks, Jewish bastard. I love these people who are called bastards. I mean, I'm not
Jewish
Doctor
bastards,
Who
yes.
experts, but from classic to series, the Doctor only really had strong friendship with his travellers. The only love was Rose Tyler.
And that was after being at war and having PTSD, right? So he realized when he fell in love with a 19-year-old Earth girl, even though he's like 900 years old at the time.
Dirty old man. Sorry, dirty old time.
He
Lord.
realized it was like
Leonardo DiCaprio.
dating a mayfly. He just couldn't do it, and it should have ended there. Really, that was the one mistake that he should never have repeated. So just the whole thing with the 13th Doctor having this out of the blue lesbian relationship, all because there was a bit of fan shipping going off on Twitter, and that's why they wrote it into the show. It was just awful. It's funny how they listen to certain types of fans on Twitter, but not the rest.
Here you go. Tom has some
One with
thoughts.
the
Hello,
money.
Tom. I guess we're all forgetting the Doctor's wife.
Yeah.
Who's the Doctor's wife again?
Well, that's the TARDIS or River Song.
Yeah.
I don't like River Song.
No,
I love River Song.
I liked her at
You
first.
keep her name out your dirty mouth.
Ian, you're wrong. Ian, you're wrong. Deal with it.
Get in the
keep my wife's name out of.
I watched this episode tonight. I quite enjoyed the episode. My biggest reservation was the fact that one, they had to do this shite, what was seen on screen.
Mm.
They just can't help themselves.
They're insufferable. I've had several death threats already
Yeah.
over the last few days from these maniacs.
There's probably something else what got on my tits as well. And I was just watching it and I just thought, this could have been really, really good. Just to get rid of all this bullshit that they're doing and just tell a decent story. Do some classic Doctor Who, and hopefully, with any luck, if it's good, they will come, meaning the audience. But I just don't like being slapped over the head with all this shite.
And a lot of
Yeah.
people will feel the same way. I
Yeah.
reckon there were so many people who might have started watching the Star Beast and then switched
agreed.
off during it because, and I really hope tomorrow we find out the consolidated rating for last week's episode. I am praying that it didn't add on a lot, and whatever the overnights are tomorrow, I hope it's halved. I can imagine it's possible, but I'm just maybe wishful thinking.
Yeah, sorry, Colin, that was the one I'd forgot. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I went, fuck off.
It's just as
obvious.
Zee said
It's
earlier,
obvious to anybody.
it's
Obvious.
just a narcissistic move to create controversy. That's all it is. It's so pathetic, and it's just done to really upset the conservatives. It's just so boring now, just tiring.
Shite, everybody.
Shite.
It's shit.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, RTD.
I will say, peeps, if you're not voted, there is a small gap, although it looks like possibly we have the winner. But if you're not voted, folks, hopefully some more people will come in.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that the BBC hates everything and everybody, right? Because in the old
They
days,
hate you, me, and everybody on this panel, and everybody in the chat.
But do you
i.e.
remember?
the customers?
You
the
guys must
viewers.
remember that show called Points of View. Do you remember that show, Points
Yeah,
of View?
yeah.
That one
Oh,
on
yes.
Sunday afternoon, and sometimes they used to have a live audience talking about certain things. They never do that anymore. The BBC,
Well, you
because
know
they
why?
know if they did, they get
Yes.
trashed. They get trashed by the
Yeah,
audience.
they'd get absolutely murdered.
Yeah, so that's why they don't have it anymore. They'll have question time, obviously, because it's nothing to do with them. It's their politics and stuff like that. But I'll never have questioning TV shows. You know, there's that classic episode where Chibnall was questioning. I can't remember the guy's name. He did the classic Who. I don't know if you guys remember that clip, but you know, they never do that anymore. If they did do it, they'll see. You know what the
That was
real
John
audience
Nathan
think.
Turner when Chris
Yeah.
Chibnall was in the audience for that.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
criticizing it, saying it was boring.
Yeah.
And I think you look at J&T's run in the 1980s, far superior to anything Chibnall did decades later.
Yeah.
That came back to haunt him, didn't
Yeah,
it?
here you go, Tom. Yeah, this is old school. Tom, I loved
Yeah,
Points
Barry
of View.
Tuck.
Barry Tuck. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wogan
Barry
did it
Tuck.
for a while, and then
Yes, he did,
Anne
yeah.
Robinson do it?
Yeah, Anne Robinson
Yeah,
took
Robinson
over.
did it,
Barry
yeah.
Tuck, I think.
Jeremy Vine did it for a while.
Yes, he did.
Mm.
Barry Tuck
Yeah.
was the man.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was the OG, wasn't he?
Didn't he
Yeah.
die this year?
Oh, did he?
I think he died this year, yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
And it was
That's
very
nice.
important for Doctor Who as well. Yeah.
Barry Took.
Yeah.
And Monty Python.
He died slightly earlier than the 2023.
Is it?
He's been the wrong side of the turf since 2002, probably.
Is it? No, I thought he died recently. Hold on. Oh, in 2000. Oh, who was I thinking of then?
I don't know. You probably still think the 90s were recent.
They were in my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Still recovering. I thought he was still around. Oh no, I was
Okay.
thinking of what's his face?
Bernard Cribbins.
No.
Barry Cryer.
Bernard Cribbins.
Barry Cryer.
Barry
That's
Cryer.
it.
Smilex. Or is it Swappers? Oh, Smilex. Coming to your help. Barry Cryer.
Right. Oh, he died, did he?
Yeah, Barry Cryer recently.
Oh, I did not know that.
Barry Cryer's one that died recently. Yeah.
Rod Hall.
Rod Hull.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Poor
He fell
Rod.
off his roof, didn't he?
Max.
Rod
He
Hull?
did, fixing
Yeah.
his TV aerial or something.
Yeah, he fell off his roof.
You've
Try
spoiled
watch the
yourself
United
there.
game.
Yeah.
I heard
Oh.
you pushed him.
Yeah, football kill.
Okay. So nothing to
Held
add
up
really.
his crutch and pulled him down. Oh god.
Nothing to add
Princess.
really. Yeah. Yeah. and there you
Princess
go.
Fiona's.
That's hilarious.
Naughty.
Nolan.
Now then,
Now then,
transing the
now then.
kids then.
God almighty.
Sure.
Jingle,
What there?
jangle,
What there?
Jingle,
Now
jangle,
then.
sonic screwdriver, exterminate.
It's a bit more.
Jimmy Savile would have
Oi.
made a good Dalek, actually.
It was.
Fornicate. Fornicate.
Here comes the Daleks from Skaro.
I don't know if that was Anthony Newman or.
Okay, we've got one more little tidbit from
Titbit.
Doctor Who.
Tidbit.
Hey.
Publicity shot, everybody.
Poor man. I mean, imagine
Bernard
like
Cribbins.
your lasting legacy, your last thing you ever filmed was this shit. What a
I love
sad-
Bernard Cribbins.
I know. He
Yeah.
deserved better than this.
He's a
Yeah,
British
sure.
institution.
Yeah.
Was.
Do you know, it was nice to see him. I know the circumstances were kind of horrendous, but it was the only thing really worth watching for me in this episode was just seeing a little bit more Bernard that I wasn't really expecting we were going to
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. In fact, that's according to Dan, that's the only scene he ever shot, and then he was poorly after that one, and so they didn't shoot all his scenes.
Oh,
I think it was
wow.
about a couple of weeks, wasn't it, before he
Yeah,
died?
yeah. Oh man.
Bless him.
Rest in peace, Bernard Cribbins.
Yeah.
So we
And it's
didn't
not
see
Bernard, Americans. Stop it. It's Bernard.
Bernard. So he didn't get to shoot all his. I thought he'd shot all his scenes.
No. Sadly.
You go, Sword in the Storm. He's wombled off to a better place. He has.
Beautifully said.
Mm.
And
Old
can I just
school.
say that suit does not suit David at all.
Okay. Probably available to read a chat, mate.
Anonymous bastard
No,
says...
do it properly. No, go on, bastard. Do it properly. Bastard.
Anonymous bastard says, "Oh look, a man in a wheelchair. He must be a villain." Doctor Who fans, according to its writer, exactly. So fucking retarded. Ugh.
It's interesting, isn't it? How they coin that stuff, isn't it? About the wheelchair and all that rubbish. It's incredible. It's incredible how stupid these people are. It really is.
They
Well,
are
Russell
stupid.
T.
Anonymous
Incredibly stupid.
bastard. Yeah. Heavy on the bastard.
The bastard.
I love that. So the whole what's it called? The New Statesman is on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love New
Oh,
Statement.
fucking brilliant.
Statesman.
It's
Could
all
somebody
right. I'll send
post
you
the link?
Yeah.
Stick the link in the chat, everybody. Everybody should check out the New Statesman, especially our American friends. It's
Bloody
fucking
brilliant.
incredible.
Can I come, Alan? I don't know, Piers. Can you?
It's got is it
Rick
David
Mail.
Troughton, isn't it? The son of
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, it's Piers.
yeah, it's good.
I will say, folks, chat's polls closing in a minute. I don't think it's going to make any difference,
Hold
though,
on,
but
let
it's
me
going to close in a
find
minute.
Let me find it.
Could somebody post the New Statesman?
Yeah, I'm looking for. I had
Go
it.
on, son. Go on.
I had it up not that long ago.
Okay, so rest in peace, Bernard Cribbins, everybody.
Yeah, listen.
Is this the? I'm assuming this is the channel, folks. New Statesman. Yeah. It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, that one. I will say, folks, especially if you're American, check out the New Statesman. It's from the 80s. It's fucking wonderful.
It's got Rick Mail in it,
It's
so yeah, you can't.
Absolutely wonderful. Okay. So
Alan Bastard.
yeah, Bastard. So I think that's it for the Doctor Who poops.
Doctor Who poo.
Just it's just another missed opportunity. I genuinely think they had an audience who would probably be willing to go with it, but it's just dog shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's people like Dan who I feel sorry for, who just, you know,
Yeah.
proper
Well.
fans.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
And they're just putting a brave face on it. But Dan, it's dead, mate. It's not even
R.I.P.
resting.
Riculon.
Yeah, it's not even resting, Dan. Sorry, mate. I feel for you. We had the same with Star Trek as well. But anyway, there you go. Link New Statesman. Everybody, check it out. It's Mr. Brown recommends New Statesman. It's
like
wonderful.
If the young ones sort of grown up and become Tory MP.
It's just amazing. Okay, so I think I'm going to close the poll. Shall I close it?
Yeah, pull it out.
Oh,
Okay, so
look at
in fact,
that.
do you know, I even did a graphic to look almost professional. Here you go, folks. Right. Okay. So I'm going to close the poll. I would say there's a few people who haven't voted, but I genuinely don't think it's going to make any difference. So if you've not voted, if you're lurking, press that button, get voted, folks. I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending. Was it registered?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
So,
runner up.
I was hoping it would go to a 50-50.
Oh, no, that would have been amazing.
It would have been.
That would have been amazing. It was exciting enough just doing this. I'd have been just cartwheeling. So, runner up, best spaceship, runner up, Millennium Falcon.
Man.
Wow.
38.
I honestly thought the
38.
Falcon was going to trounce
too.
the
So did I.
Enterprise.
So did I.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon, man.
38.
Wow.
And the winner with 61%, that is 61%, is,
Wow.
look at that,
The perfect ship. Well done, guys.
USS Enterprise, NCC 1701 refits. Look at that, folks.
Oof.
Beautiful.
Elegant
Fair-
babe.
Fair result, do we think?
Yeah, but I honestly thought the Falcon would take it.
I did
really
as well.
did.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really close because when I voted, because I obviously voted for my baby here, but I thought it was like 50-50 right there and then, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And then I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be at least close, but that was quite a.
It
two-thirds
walked
of
out.
the vote, really. Yeah.
The
Wow.
Millennium Falcon isn't as fast, is it? Ian, thoughts? Fair result? Do you
Yeah, I think it's a fair result. You know, it's the what am I talking about? The Enterprise is the best spaceship ever, in my opinion. It really is. It's original. It's well designed. This refit looks absolutely fantastic. What more can one say?
Max Rumvondel has he's seeking an exit.
Ooh.
Where? Here we go. That one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
out the
sorry,
window
mate.
I go.
It's been nice.
Brian? Anything to add, Brian? Fair?
Fuck off.
You bastard.
Bastard.
A fix. A
There you
fix.
go. Not Brian in the
Recount.
chat. I've just unsubbed.
You're on the panel, mate.
Bastard. Probbers, did you say anything with
Oh, for
yeah,
Christ's
fair result?
yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
old. Sorry. I'm an old bastard.
Look,
fat.
the Millennium Falcon is you can't take anything away from that ship. It is in second
beauty.
place for a damn
It's a
good
beauty.
reason. But you can't beat perfection. That is a perfect ship.
You can't. This is the ship that faced off against Khan
Yes.
and beat him.
Yeah.
So go fuck yourself, Falcon. It was a very good competition.
Ego folks, Professor R2, who I will say has been a big help with the initial prize, the draw. So cheers, my friend. $5. Thank you, my friend. Glad the Enterprise won, but would have been happy with either. Both amazing ships and reminders of better days.
Well said, my friend.
Mm.
The Millennium Falcon is a fantastic spaceship.
But if it was up against Discovery, we know it would have been tough.
I am don't get me wrong, I am a big Star Trek fan. I just think this is the better all-round package in every way. And when it died, I was upset. It's a great ship. It's just it is I think it's a masterpiece.
It is. I mean, it's a museum piece. It's a work of art. It really is. And as I say, mathematically pleasing. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's you can imagine this being an engineering masterclass. And it inspired so many people who actually made real spaceships.
Yeah.
And that you can't. I mean, you can look at the Millennium Falcon. It's a gorgeous piece of work, but I don't think it inspired many people who actually want to go out and become astro engineers.
Yeah, great
I
comment.
also think the way it worked was a great homage to the original series because they didn't go out of their way to say this is the all-new Star Trek Enterprise. It's the same ship as the original 1960 series. It's just been upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't saying, "Oh no, we scrapped that one because it was shit. And we got this new one now." It's the same shit,
and it looks completely different. Yeah, that would have been awful if they'd have done
that. I did star a couple of comments. Should we do them?
Oh, there's some great ones.
Okay, anonymous bastard panel. Mind telling us which one was actually your favourite costs once the vote ends? So
This one.
Yeah.
I mean, my first choice really, I think, would have been the original. But it's very, very close between those two.
I've had soft spots for the Liberator and the Phoenix from Battle of the Planets.
Okay.
Both of those, I think, were excellent ships. But the competition in this was very, very tough.
I agree with that. And the Scorpion as well. I think it's underrated.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Sorry.
You did like the Scorpio.
No, because I had a friend called Scorpio. No, I say he was
Call
a friend,
yourself
but
a fan.
he was someone I ended up hating because he ended up owing so much money, and then lied saying that I owed him money, and I tried to blot him out of my mind as much as possible.
But
moving on.
I've watched Blake Seven several times over, and I still
you like that ship because I always thought that ship looked a bit like the Battlestar Galactica ships, like they copied it or something a bit.
Oh, I liked it. It wasn't as good as the Liberator.
No,
I mean, the Liberator had its own sort of character, really. I mean, he had Zen, the computer, as well.
Yeah,
and that bridge was beautiful. A really nice bridge.
Brian?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I don't know. I'm gutted. I'm genuinely gutted. I did obviously want the X-Wing to win. That is my favourite by far, as much as I love the Falcon. I'm very surprised that this eventually won. If you told me back at the start, we predicted it correctly and said this would win, I probably said fair enough. But the fact that it looked as if the Enterprises were outnumbered, at least on the vote front towards the end. I'm
I
very,
told
very
you.
surprised.
I
So I
told you.
could
That
only,
Yeah.
having
I
the
could only
two
assume-
having the two enterprises together split that vote.
Did I just say a thanks to Jay Goodwin, as it will be my final appearance on the Mr. Brown Line show.
Ian?
Wow. What about the Enterprise? I just said.
Yeah, it's a panel. Mind telling us which one is your favourite ones to vote.
Well, the Enterprise is my favourite of all time.
Yeah,
but
same
I
here.
do like the Falcon, and I do like the Liberator.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I think the Liberator, if it didn't get destroyed, it needed a refit as well. And if they did refit it, it'd look just as good, wouldn't it? Redesign.
Of course, it
those
would have been
two,
a
I
lot better if Brian hadn't been driving it backwards so far.
Okay,
Big
another
destroyed.
question.
Of course, the TARDIS is the best ship in the entire universe. Just so
Not anymore, it isn't. Here you go. Tom has some thoughts. Both the final ships are ships, characters, and also settings. Though we haven't talked much about that angle. So they are characters, aren't they?
Well, I think all ships really are.
Some
That's
more
a
than
good-
others, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. And I think the context and how it fits into the media that it's in is equally important, as is obviously the sound design too.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, I was I'm just trying to work out how old I was. 15, 16-year-old self. Watch
Sorry.
the Enterprise go up in smoke. Fuck, I was traumatized. Felt like one of the crew. Well, one of the crew had died.
My
Zen.
Never experienced that with a spaceship. Well, I
my
had with
brother, my brother got me a ticket to see Star Trek 3. He saved up a lot of money, and he got me a ticket. He couldn't afford to come with me, so I went on my birthday because it was my birthday to see Star Trek 3 on my own. That's how I remember it.
You had a great time, didn't you?
I did, and also another little story is that I had tonsillitis when I first saw Superman the movie. So I always remember I had tonsillitis. Every time I have tonsillitis, I remember seeing Superman the movie. So it's those little things that I always remember about movies and stuff. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we are saying a worthy winner, yes. She's just beautiful. Beautiful.
No.
Shut up. Okay.
What about the Excelsior? How come that
What about
wasn't on
it?
there?
Nobody nominated it.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Nobody put it in the doodah.
There's something about I remember the first seeing Excelsior, and I was thinking that's an ugly ship. But now, when I look at it, I think, you know what? It's really
not
nice.
Bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not as good as this, but
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. I like the Excelsior.
so the winner, best spaceships 2023. Don't know if we'll do it next year. USS Enterprise, NCC 1701, Refit. She's a beauty.
Winner.
Got
So-
all over
Dinner.
that.
Are we doing fit people next time around then?
Yes.
Fit
We-
fuckers on the Brown channel.
We are going. The next competition is hot. Did we say actresses, or are we just going to do?
No,
are
we're
we
going to do people. We're going to do people, aren't we?
I don't know.
You don't just want
Should
to do
we?
actresses. 'Cause
Just
they-
do actresses and do
all right.
blokes later.
No, we do actresses and actors, I think, because
Yeah.
you know, any
Yeah,
excuse
because it
to
could
see
be
a
anybody.
topless Chris Hemsworth, do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it should be people. It should be the hottest people on the planet. That's what, yeah.
We're going to get
Zee-
accused of sexism when all the men win.
Okay, so what are we doing? So are we doing? I'd like to do actors and actresses.
Yeah, separate them. Definitely.
Yeah,
But not just
do
hot pe-
parallel poles. Parallel
Yeah,
poles.
is that the only? That's the stipulation. They've got to be an actor or actress.
Yes, actor
from
on
the
actresses.
70s and
we could-
80s?
Yeah, because we could do like
Yeah.
our favorite page 3 girls, and that's not the same thing.
No.
Yeah, that's not the same. That's not the same.
Well, I mean, and actresses, not porn actresses.
No, obviously not.
No.
Sure.
So you can't put Mia Khalifa in there.
No.
Oh, she's been cancelled anyway, thank fuck.
I don't care.
And at number 1, Sam Fox.
She's a lesbian, Sam Fox, isn't she?
Yeah, apparently so.
Wait, you mean she's not going to shag us? God.
No,
Well,
damn it.
Okay, here
She's
you go,
not gonna
folks.
touch you.
You know the rules, the gold-coloured super chat, mate.
Common people in the chat for £10 which is real money. Thank you very
Allegedly.
much. I had a dream last night. I was shot. Kind of stopped the bleeding, only to be shot in the same place again. Must be karma from all these Christmas movie questions.
Very good. Very good. Okay then, folks. So that is it. What do we want to do, folks? Do we want to go on for a bit?
Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure. What,
Chat,
as long
do
as
we
you don't
wanna go
talk
on for
about
a
Doctor Who. I need to go for a pee.
I made some fudge. Does anyone want some?
Jesus. Just
Sounds heavy.
the fuck.
I made a shit ton of fudge. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, very nice. Right, great
Get-
fudge.
We could ask the chat if they want us to stay on for a little while.
Chats. Look, here you go. I will say, if we EFAP this stream, it really affects the Sunday stream. So 4 hours killed me last week. I was just on the periphery of getting my ear infection, which wasn't good. So what do you want to do, folks? Are we staying for a bit? I think we are, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we'll stay for a bit. See
Yeah,
what's
stay
going
for a
on.
bit. Yeah.
You're going to have to try and lift me up after that disastrous result. I'm like Captain Nemo just now.
It's life in the big city, mate. Here you go, side effects. I can hold off my 1 a.m. wank for a while. Oh, it's like the energy is just falling out of the stream, hasn't it? Come on, chats, pick us up. We're just
That was a sad laugh, wasn't it?
yes. Here you go,
That was
Drew
sad,
Gordon.
wank.
Best shuttles. God. Airport shuttle. Manchester.
Oh, what
See
about
what I did
best bridges? Best ship
Best-
bridges?
Best
Have you-
shovels. Discovery.
Who's making all that noise?
Quiet you. And put my fudge away. Packing my fudge away.
Here you go. Brian, do we know Adam Jones? Any word on Ruin? Missed that lad. Yeah, we do as well.
I was just typing up. Yeah, he's okay. It's got some shit stuff going on still, but he's okay.
Best space stations. That Mr. Barrowline says me.
Best
DS
bridges. Best
DS9.
bridges.
International Space Station.
Bridges, Brown. Bridges.
Clifton
on, you-
Suspension.
Arnhem.
Over
Golden
the River
Gate.
Kwai.
Humber Bridge. Any more?
No.
Forth Bridge. Brian?
Best costume.
Best costume for what?
Outfit. You know, whatever.
Your
Best
outfit
science
on the
fiction
stream.
outfit. Or best armor. Best sci-fi armor.
Best boobs.
Best pubes.
Best boobs. Interesting.
Best vagina.
Oh,
Pack it
Duke.
in.
Duke has a cracker. Best robots.
Oh,
Me.
of course, yeah.
Yes.
K9.
Well, it's obviously Z, isn't it?
Where's K9?
I do like Vincent though from the Black Hole. It's like about him and Maximilian. I thought they were really
Marvin.
good robots. Marvin, yeah, Marvin. Which one though?
The original.
The
Van
original
Cleef.
was always the best. And like Huey, Dewey, and Louie from Silent Running.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Made
so
me
cute.
cry when they lost one of them.
Yeah.
Here you go, Larry. You won't know any of my favourite bridges. Well, Larry, perhaps you let us know your favourite bridges.
Liberator.
Dartford Crossing.
That bridge is horrible.
It is horrible.
Horrible.
Plus, you've got to pay the crossing charge now,
Yeah,
which I
that's
really object to.
Ridiculous.
The bridge to nowhere run about Bellhaven in Scotland's quite a cool one.
Stonybridge.
Stonybridge Town Council.
Robbie the Robot, I assume.
Yeah.
Robbie the Robot. Yeah.
Larry, K2SO was delightful.
K1 Robot from Robot. Doctor Who, first, fourth Doctor.
Larry, Deception Pass. Amelia Bedelia. We'll just do this. Robocop or Terminator? Oh, that's a tough thing.
Robocop.
Robocop.
Robot.
Robocop.
Robocop, definitely.
Sir Melvin of Deeply, the Fourth Bridge. Where's the first, second, and third?
Best boobs.
Einstein Rosenberg Bridge. Yeah,
Best boobs.
Todd Bridges.
That's funny.
Terminator.
Jeff.
Best villains.
God,
The Master.
Vader, Obs.
No,
Yeah.
Delgado's master.
Yeah, but
he's
Vader
great.
is the daddy of villains.
He is, yeah. Definitely is.
Who was that twat out of
Just an ass.
Last Jedi? Who got sliced?
Ryan
into-
Johnson.
Well, Ryan Johnson.
Best villain, Blofeld from James Bond, I guess. The old Blofeld, not
Yeah.
the new one.
He's
K2SO.
disabled, therefore evil.
That's right.
Oh, great portrayal of a villain is I would go for Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Christmas
I
movie.
do love him.
Yeah.
Die Hard
Yes.
again.
Causing an argument there.
Alien or Predator?
Alien for me.
Alien.
Oh, I do like Predator.
My friend is a massive Predator fan, and he likes both Alien and Predator. But I think he prefers the Predator.
What about best
The-
action movie? I mean,
Yeah,
Die
that's
Hard's
a-
got to be up there, isn't it?
Tricky.
Savile Predator. Fuck it, why not?
The Rock.
Yes,
That's a good action
Gruber.
movie.
Best Bond car.
Oh,
Lotus.
Lotus Esprit. Yeah.
Lotus
Yeah,
Esprit,
yeah, yeah.
definitely. Much it.
Favorite comedy movie.
Young Frankenstein.
Aeroplane.
hands down.
Aeroplane for me.
Blazing Saddles. Push.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh God, was that funny? I thought it was
fucking hilarious.
amusing, but I didn't laugh out loud.
I love
Schindler's
that as a kid.
List.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Two CV.
no. It's terrible. Best horror film.
Anonymous
Exorcist.
bastard. Alien.
Alien, yeah, that's a great. film.
See, ego. I 100% on this. Look at that.
Of course,
Amazing.
of course. But then Linda
Amazing.
Carter had some really good boobs as well, didn't she?
Alien.
Yeah.
Well for the win, though. Come
Or
on.
did she? But didn't she just have a really small waist that just made them look-
No, she had some incredible boobs. Because there's shots in the actual show itself where she just was wearing a bikini on a beach at one point, and those boobs were huge, man.
Best Yahtzee.
Now, my favourite comedy, because you
Davros.
didn't ask me, Brown, thanks very much,
Sorry.
is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, I love that film. That's
I love
fun.
that film.
That's a lot of fun.
Best comedy. I have to go for Some Like It Hot without a shadow of a doubt. It's
Oh,
maybe not the most hilarious one, but it's certainly, I think it's
I thought
best
it was
overall.
hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. I love
Come on,
that.
Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. Between those two, I think absolutely the funniest.
Although I've got to give a special mention to one film which made me laugh out loud in the cinema, and I've forgotten what it's called now.
Know it well.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Casual Amnesia.
It's called Wonder. That was it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
film.
the whole
Clockwise is another great. John
What
Cleese film.
about Coming to America? That made me cry with laughter when I was in the cinema. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. In South London, the whole cinema was full of black people.
Yeah,
when
man.
they were watching that film. hilarious.
Trading Places was great.
That
Or-
was hilarious as well.
The only thing what pops
Especially
to
the train scene
mind
with the
was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's a great movie.
When the fucking Alsatian was in the back of the pickup frozen, that made me piss myself. So funny. Such
I
a
think
funny film that is.
I've also got a special place for the first Austin Powers film, which I think is
Oh, when
absolutely
he goes for a
brilliant.
piss.
Very funny.
Yeah, that's great.
I do
What about the Naked Gun films?
Oh, they're all funny.
Right.
There's not one Naked Gun film that wasn't funny. They were all funny.
The TV Police Squad was better though.
No, the movies were much better.
No,
than that.
Police Squad was better.
No,
I like
like
Police
both.
Squad probably more.
Yeah, probably I'll go with that as well.
Best Tyrant, Russell T Davis.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. See, I really, if you're in Blighty and you're a certain age like us old bastards, yeah, Carry On films are amazing.
Yeah.
Someone
well,
else, best Sherlock Holmes. It has to be Jeremy Brett. I think.
Yeah.
Wow,
Really?
that's good.
I have to, just on the, I'm going to be controversial here, on the, what do you call them? The Carry On films. I've seen most of them, and I
hate
must
them,
admit,
aren't
maybe it's a Scottish-English thing. I don't think I've ever so much as laughed once at anything they've done,
Really?
any line. I think they're fucking awful. To the point where I get angry and turn them off. I just don't get it. I don't see what's funny about somebody getting their knockers out. That appears to be the only joke. Oh,
Yeah,
look, a bear bomb. Oh,
but there was
Well,
Well,
it was
it
end of
Oh,
it was end of peer humor. You know, it was just that kind of.
It's more to it than that, though. I mean, if you watch Carrying
It's
Up the
very
Khyber,
clever.
that's one of the best ones ever. It's so
Yeah.
funny. It just some of the lines in there is hilarious. You know,
And
it's
it
not only
really
about
takes
boobs.
great pot shots at the establishment.
Yeah,
and
it does. Yeah, it's
I
very
don't know.
funny.
I think maybe it's a cultural thing, but I just, no.
It's
not for
very
me at all.
irreverent. I love the fact that and it just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Brilliant.
quite fond of Carry On Cleo. I quite like that one.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
And
I like the
Carry On
Doctor ones. Brilliant.
Carry On Up the Khyber.
Oh, I love that. That's my favourite one of all times. Carrying
That's
On
brilliant.
Khyber's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Carry On Screaming was hilarious as well.
It had John Pertwee in it, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Police
did. Yeah.
Squad in colour, yes. Da-da-da-da-da.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Here you go, Manuel Grail.
Airplane.
Airplane, also
Oh,
classic.
yeah.
Kentucky Fried. That was their first one, was it? Kentucky Fried Movie.
Directed
And
by
what was the secret agent one that the airplane people did? What was that? That wasn't
Top
I
Secret.
Spy? Top Secret. That was it.
Yeah.
I
Oh, Top
loved-
Secret is a
loved Top
fantastic
Secret.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should check out Top Secret. It's a great movie.
Oh, and do you
Well,
remember the Cannonball Run movies as well? I loved Cannonball
Yeah.
Run too. That was my favorite. Captain
Kilmer's
Chaos.
first film, Top Secret. Sorry, probably.
Yeah, amazing.
That's all right.
Here you go, Amelia Bedelia. Frodo or Sam?
Frodo's a bit of a dick, wasn't he, to Sam? Sam was just the nice guy.
Sam never gave up.
He didn't. We love Sam.
He's
And
the
there's
perfect
nothing
wingman.
homosexual about it either.
No,
Yeah,
they are
it would be
best
now, though,
of
wouldn't it?
friends.
That's, yeah, well, that's what they're
They're
trying
all.
to do.
They're all.
to everyone.
You ever seen pictures of them lately? It looks like they're all bloated out or something.
It's called growing old, Ian.
I know, but bloating
Oh.
out. You don't have to
And
bloat out.
stardom and eating too many pies. Z, are you available? It's not quite gold, but it's more of a off gold. Please.
Larry in the chat for $20 says the original Dark Lord is Morgoth.
Well, it's better than less goth, I guess.
Did anybody like the Pink Panther movies? I thought they were.
Yes!
Oh, of course, yeah.
The original ones. Well, the second film, the first one was a bit weird, but like
Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
the Return of the Pink Panther was great. I love.
Well, they didn't. They basically it was David Niven and Robert Wagner that was leading the charge of the Pink Panther movies, and they realised that Peter Sellers was the funniest thing
The
about
funniest
those
one.
films, and then he,
Yeah.
then he took lead, didn't he? So,
Yeah, he was so good.
Mm.
Master of comedy. He was so nuanced in his performances. Even the slapstick stuff was absolutely just perfect.
I met him.
Such a gift, really.
I met him and Leonard Rossiter. I used to work for this place called the Hurlingham Club in Fulham.
Yeah,
And
I met
all
Leonard Rossiter once for a
all
small-
actors used to go there, and because they had this huge room and look at their scripts and sleep overnight and stuff like that. And and I met them. They were both having lunch where I was a cleaner.
Wow.
And yeah, they were really nice. I was speaking to them and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
I didn't realize how posh Peter Sellers really is.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
he speaks. When he speaks like he's silver spoons up his bum. He's very, very posh.
Have you? I love his Shakespeare doing the Beatles. You know, that's if you've never heard that.
Yes,
go and listen
that's
to-
brilliant. Yeah.
A lot of people don't
Been a
realize,
hard day's night. I've been
working like a
working
dog.
like a dog.
but a lot of people don't realize that Peter Sellers was in the Road 2 films as well. You know, the Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. You know the series of films called The Road 2. They were comedies. No,
Yeah, vaguely.
yeah, he was in a few of them as well. So yeah.
Oh, I
God,
used to
I
love.
forgot-
What was it? The black and
Look,
white
look, look.
horror movie comedies with Abbott and Costello. They were great.
Universal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go, Atom Gray, Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. What about this?
He's a Nick.
What about this? Abbott and Costello or Lauren Hardy?
Laurel
For me, it'll
Hardy.
always be Lauren Hardy.
Lauren Hardy.
Uh,
Yeah.
I love Lauren Hardy because they used to
Yeah,
reshow it on BBC Two, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
all the time.
Along with Harold Lloyd. I've got a
Yes.
great
I prefer
affinity
Buster
for Harold
Keaton.
Lloyd.
I prefer Buster Keaton.
I even went to see the Steve Coogan film. And
I
that was
did,
great.
Yeah, I did too. But Lauren
Vote.
Hardy made me laugh out loud so many times.
They were great,
Yeah.
but I still prefer Buster Keaton. I think.
There's a few old ones.
And
that
Harold
are kinda
Lloyd, good
missed it.
call. Harold
Bloody hell.
Lloyd.
Welcome to
Sorry,
Talking All
sorry.
Over Brian.
Yes. Drew Gordon just said it. Well, probably just said it as well. Harold Lloyd.
Yeah.
The Nutty Professor and the Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis films I used to really like. I
Yeah.
also loved Danny Kaye when I was a kid.
Oh, Danny Kaye's great.
Remember, I think Wonder Man won wasn't an Oscar, was it some accolade for the best special effects, where he's playing like kind of two parts and one of them's a ghost.
Is that the film where he's pretending to type and have that famous song where he's typing? It's like invisible typewriter in front of him and he pretends to type.
It
Oh, am I
could be, I
getting
can't
that
remember.
wrong?
The special effect I remember most was when he's got a glass of milk in front of him.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to pick it up, and he just keeps going through it. For the time, it was 1945. For God's sake, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
There's another.
I will
name
say
people might have
Goodbye,
forgotten.
Amelia.
Oh,
Bye.
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 George Burns.
Oh yeah.
George
like
Burns.
George
But I love those films. Oh God, and was it Oh God?
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Devil?
God's fantastic.
Yeah, it's so good.
Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor film, I remember at the time was piss funny. Really enjoyed that.
It still is. It
I've
still
not
is
seen it in a
funny.
long time. Is it still good?
The
It's-
original's far better.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
oh,
original.
but it's a
It's-
good remake.
I mean, obviously people are going, "Oh, it's fat shame and all that rubbish," but it's just, if you look at it, it's just a
Problematic now.
comedy, for God's sakes. It really is just a comedy.
You're not allowed to have comedy anymore.
It's,
too
No,
offensive.
because woke killed it.
I suppose you think being fat is funny, do you, Ian?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, me
Welcome
too.
to Fat Shaming on Mr. Brown. Ace Ventura.
Fuck a meat salad.
Ace Ventura, the first one was good. The second one was rubbish. The first one was quite amusing. I thought wasn't hilarious, but it was amusing.
The bit when he's
George.
coming out of that costume, the rhino costume, wasn't it?
George of the Jungle.
George
Side
Dyer
of
was-
it mentions Derek and Clive.
Oh
If
yeah.
you haven't listened to that,
Don't say
it's
it.
I want it so bad.
It's-
Don't
if you listen to shut up.
say it.
If you listen to it now these days, it's 99% hate speech.
That's why I love it.
It's a bit, yeah.
Because
They were
they
so
hated
pissed
each other
when they
at the
did
time,
that,
didn't
though.
they, on some of it?
Mm,
They were so pissed.
mm.
Planes, Trains, great movie.
And
Right, yeah.
if you listen to the Monty Python records compared to watching the TV show, they're so much better than the actual TV shows.
Wankel rotary
But-
engine.
Yeah. Not this record. Not this record. It's really a lot more visceral, and they re-recorded a lot of the sketches, but they made it a lot more darker, naughtier.
I'm just going
Galaxy
to
Quest.
flash
Great
the
film.
chats up, and then we'll just go through them for a bit. Galaxy
it.
Quest
Good.
Great
Yes.
film. Recently, rewatched that again. That was so
should have
good.
made more money at the theaters and we should have got that sequel because it was incredible. Nobody watched it though.
So good. Oh, wankers.
Didn't
Which was a
advertise it.
shame.
That's why.
No,
Didn't advertise it at all.
Four Lions.
I thought
Oh,
that
I
was
love
funny.
that.
Yeah.
Love that
That's
film.
so good. I
Never
love
seen
Chris
it.
Morris. Chris
Very,
Morris
very
is
intelligent.
great.
Very
See the
intelligent.
opening line? The opening line when it's, "Hey up, you unbelieving kafar bastard." I was in
What?
tears. I had to pause that for about 10 minutes. It was so funny.
Hail Toby. Hello, my friend. Hail, Mr.
It's a
Arts.
bit where he blows
Chat
himself up by
mods.
mistake as well. Yeah, and if you like Four Lions, go and check out his short film, My Wrongs. Chris Morris's My Wrongs. That's really good.
Sword
that
in
on
the
DVD.
Storm mentions National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It's
Someone
okay,
tweeted
yeah.
this week,
I love
Yeah,
it.
saying
anniversary,
that
wasn't it?
Yeah, they were great,
okay.
those films.
Clark Griswold looks at an old family video and it was Christmas from 1955. It was 34 years from the 1955 to his 1989 Christmas, and it's now 34 years from the 1989 to now.
What? Ego, anonymous bastard. Ain't half hot mum is pretty much hate speech as well. Funny as shit though, yeah.
My gran, I think
Lovely,
my
lovely
gran
boy.
met what's his face, the Sergeant Major in that,
Windsor Davis.
Windsor Davis. Lovely man, apparently. I loved that as a kid.
Lovely,
I
lovely
loved
man.
so.
Lovely, lovely boy.
Did anybody think
Lovely.
Kenny Everett's television show was funny? When it
I
used to be
loved
in
Kenny
19?
Yeah,
Everett.
it's piss
Yes.
funny.
I loved
My-
it as a kid. I loved it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
so did I.
Everyone else hated it in my family apart from me.
Oh,
Amazing.
good for
PG
you.
kit.
I saw a
Cupid's
documentary on him and the amount of stars that were really wanted to be on that show. And when it started off right, it basically didn't have an audience. The people that were laughing were the camera people behind
Yeah.
the scenes, but they were the ones that were laughing.
Yeah.
And, you know, and nobody
It
else.
made it.
Yeah, and it made the show. Yeah.
Rubber Dinky Rapids.
That's right. 4 lines. Rising, used to love Rising Dad, but that's kind of hate speech as well. That was
No,
so
it's
funny.
not.
The Jerk. Such a great film.
Jerk's a funny film.
Yeah, there you go.
Man
Smile
with two
yeah,
brains.
I concur,
Fantastic.
yeah.
I don't want anything except for this. It's ashtray.
Captain Kremen and Carla with
Yeah.
the big boobies.
Yeah.
Here you go. Common people. Some Adam Sandler movies.
The Wedding Singer
No,
was good.
no,
No.
Adam Sandler movies.
Don't get him.
I like The
He's
Wedding
not
Singer. I thought
funny.
The Wedding Singer was
Dog
fun.
shit. Do not get him.
No.
Sorry, common people. Black mark on you
No.
there, mate. Sorry.
Caddyshack.
The Wedding Singer was good, as was what's the one with the boy?
Oh yeah, I can't remember that one. That was fun as well. That
What
one.
about
Yeah.
Police Academy?
Oh, I like the Police Academy film.
That was
the first two was
um,
great.
First
So
couple.
here you go.
Cupid
Cupid
stunt.
stunt. Yeah.
Yeah. The best
But,
possible
but that was BBC One
Love
though.
thy-
That
Love thy
wasn't
neighbour.
that
Didn't get
wasn't
that.
that wasn't what you call it, Kenny Everett's television show. When he went to the BBC, it became something completely different, didn't it?
Yes,
Was it good when it was on ITV? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
was
Day to Day
Kenny-
and Brass Eye, Chris Morris, but
Yeah, they were
also
great.
Jam.
Love Thy
Anyone
Neighbor
remember
wasn't
Jam?
racist. You do realise that, don't you?
Love thy
Mm.
neighbour.
It wasn't.
No, of course it wasn't. It was taking the piss out of racism.
Both, yeah, both sides. It
And
was
it's the same with Until Death Us Do Part.
Yeah.
Look,
and in
mind your
Sickness and in
language.
Health.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
When
When they changed channels, the title of the show was changed to Kenny Everett's video cassette.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Here you go, Adam Jones, Team America. Yeah, we've been threatening to do Team America for a long time.
Monkey Dust.
America, fuck
Monkey
yeah.
Dust.
Fuck yeah!
Monkey Dust was great. Did anyone watch that?
No.
Didn't that have Bob
No.
Monkhouse in that one? Isn't it? He was like a voiceover of the devil character in that. Or was that Monkey Dust? I think it was
I
Monkey
hope
Dust.
Johnny Lawrence's mum doesn't mean Ghostbusters 2016.
Nah, the first Ghostbusters. First Ghostbusters was true.
Nobody means Ghostbusters
That's right.
2016
Yeah.
when they're referring to quality.
Anonymous bastard. America, fuck yeah.
Does anyone remember Nathan Barley? Another Christmas
Yes.
series. That was so good. Trashbat. Was it trashbat.cock? Trashbat.cock. That was the website address. It was a real website.
Listening fact, I'm super racist. Well, I think we're all racist, according to some people. Never mind.
Jam was some of the funniest, sickest comedy I've ever seen in my
The
life. It was
darkest,
absolutely brutal.
blackest. Yeah, it was really dark, and I love it. I love it to this day. I love watching people discovering it on YouTube, and they start reviewing it, and they really don't quite know how to handle it. It's so funny.
Suck my balls and save the motherfucking day. Yeah,
Frasier was quite funny. Frasier,
yeah
Frasier
Frasier was
was good.
very
Frasier
well.
was quite
But
funny.
Cheers, I love Cheers.
Cheers
Mm.
was
Cheers was
fantastic,
great.
wasn't it, everybody? Cheers was just so well written, just brilliant.
Yeah,
Perfect comedy.
I don't
And
know.
Soap. Remember
Soap was fun. Soap was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do you really remember Mork and Mindy?
I loved Mork and
No,
Mindy as a kid.
Yes.
Fucking loved it.
I had the toy of Mork with the egg ship.
Brian just didn't love Mark and
Yeah.
Mindy. He fucking loved it.
I fancied Mindy. That's why I
Yes.
watched it, and I
Yeah.
also thought it was funny
Bit
as
of
well.
Mindy Minge. That's what you want.
She's
Nano,
lovely.
nano.
Nanu.
Johnny Lawrence's mum. Cheers was hilarious. So well written.
It was beautifully written.
Only
Great
Fools and
characters.
Horses.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, it was good as well.
Early Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah,
It
well, Only
went
Fools
on
and Horses
way
was
too long.
funny. I thought.
News Radio. I love News Radio, Princess Fiona. It's one of my absolute favorites. Well done for bringing
Well, I
it
hope
up.
you two are very happy then.
Oh, so good. I had to get the DVDs from America.
Oh,
for those.
Good.
Do you
for
know-
And the nanny. I love the nanny as well.
Do you know
Yeah.
how Mark
Mindy
and
Hop.
Mindy started out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
On
a
Happy
Happy
Days,
Days,
right?
wasn't
Happy Days, yeah.
Yeah.
The Sword and the Storm, just saying everything I've just
Yeah, Happy Days was brilliant.
Yeah, I used to love that.
There you go.
Until it jumped the shark.
Married
Spaced.
with children.
Based.
Mm.
One of the
All
best
right.
British sci-fi. Well, not science fiction.
So
but
yeah,
kind of-
Space.
Pam Dauber.
Space was great.
Pam Dormer was gorgeous. Oh my god, I used to fancy it so
See, I
bad.
love it. The lurkers are coming in now. JJ Gosling. Hello, my friend.
She's married to the guy that's in NCIS.
Mark
isn't she?
Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Gibbs
yeah,
on
bastard.
into that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely. Pam Dormer was lovely. Oh. So was
Listening
Lindsay Wagner
facts.
as well. Do you remember Lindsay Wagner?
Oh, you had a thing for her, didn't you?
Yeah.
Listen, in fact, my mom loved Mark and Mindy and Doctor Who.
Dr. Ooh.
The
Dr.
TARDIS.
Gender Woo.
Dr. Gender Woo.
Here you go. Best war movie. Where Eagles Dare.
What's the best war movie ever?
God, there's so many. I mean, it's
Do you know
ridiculous.
do you know what's showing at the local theatre yesterday?
What's that?
And I would love to go and see it.
Spunk Mask 6.
No, not that one.
Grannies
Saving-
with big tits.
Saving Private Ryan 25th anniversary was on yesterday, and I thought, oh fucking hell, I'd love to go and see that.
That's
I like the
that
Band of
made me
Brothers
feel
series.
depressed,
So here you
though.
go, me and Larry on the same. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Band of Brothers.
Yeah,
What's
Band
his
of
name?
Brothers.
George Carell was who's
Yeah.
in Rebecca Gold. He used to be in Band of Brothers.
I am partial to a fine war movie.
Wild
Saving
Geese.
Private Ryan's great. Wild Geese.
Starship
is great.
Troopers. There you go.
No,
Movie.
Great Escape, mate.
Yeah, fantastic.
Lovely film, great.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Battle of Britain.
I really do like the Battle of Britain. It's not a perfect movie, but I just like it for some
How
reason.
far to Hitchin is Hitchin? I'm missing.
Black Hawk Down, great movie.
Yeah, Jimmy Lannister was in Black Hawk Down, wasn't he?
Mm.
Here you go, Guns of Navarone. See, this is Michael Bay at his finest other than Transformers. 13 Hours. The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. It's a great
Never heard
war
that
movie,
one.
that.
Although there has been some
Great
really,
movie.
really good war movies recently. I quite enjoyed 1917.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Oh, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
so good. That
Yeah.
That
was
was
really
absolutely
Bridge Too
superb.
Far. Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, and the All
Dan
Quiet on the
Busters.
Western Front on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
That was-
fantastic.
That was
And it's great to
fantastic.
see it from the other side as well, humanizing them. You know, where
Yeah.
so many war movies just Nazis, all Germans were Nazis.
No,
so bad,
they were
but
just as
weren't.
scared as we were.
Exactly. Topic from Larry says movie scenes that make you cry.
I've never cried on a film ever, though. I've come close.
Have you?
Which ones have you come close?
E.T. Toward the end.
Oh,
Everyone.
Oh,
Cried,
set him off
yeah.
now. Fucking
Almost.
hell.
Almost.
Enterprise, I nearly cried.
Doctor Who makes me cry every day.
Yeah. I don't know.
1917 made me cry, that's for sure.
Did it?
Yeah.
I went to see 1917 twice at the theatre. I liked it that much. Even better on the second viewing.
I'm a real softie. I can cry at just about anything in a movie that's meant to make you cry.
I'm the same. I'm up there with Jordan Peterson and the crying from
You go, Larry driving Miss Daisy at the end.
the last
Run.
scene in As Good as It Gets, or Melvin
Oh,
I
tells her what he thinks of her. I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful, and for some reason that always wells me up because clearly I'm a big, an old-fashioned romantic and a big softy at heart somewhere.
okay. I remembered the last time I blubbed.
Right. When it comes to being softy and crying at something, the best one that I've got is the 2008 Pixar movie WALL-E.
oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I took my kids to see that with the missus. We go as a family, usually to all Pixar films before they went bad. And there's one scene in the movie where WALL-E gets crushed in a hydraulic system
Oh yeah.
on the ship. And my son literally lost his shit for 2 hours straight.
What?
Wow.
God.
So he held it in for the rest of the movie. We got to the car and he just bawled. And he bawled on the way home. And he bawled going up to bed. And he bawled in his bed for an hour.
He was 33 at the time.
No, he was only 7, but this is quite possibly the most traumatic thing he'd ever seen in his life.
I was like that with when my grandmother took me to see The Rescuers, and again at Bambi, and again at Pinocchio. I think I cried so loud I had to be taken out, so we never got to finish watching the movies.
Well, my
I think I'd be
nieces
like that.
cried when Iron Man died in Endgame because they just cried and cried and cried for like hours.
The last time I properly blubbed. Obviously, I've watched films and I've come close to crying. You know when you get a bit misty eyed.
Yeah.
But the last time, probably the only time I've actually leaked fluids.
You saw your bank statement.
Well, there was that, especially during lockdown.
This is another story about your old fella.
No, no. The second time I watched Banshee, the TV series, season 3, Banshee, the finale.
Oh yeah.
There was a character who died, and I blubbed. It was
That was a heavy season.
blubbed. Season 3 of Banshee is the finest season of TV I've ever watched.
Such a good
So,
series.
Peeps, if you've not watched Banshee, watch it. It's so fucking good.
There's another
Unbelievable.
good TV show that I've been watching,
So good.
rewatching recently. That is so good and deserves so much more. Because it got pulled after 2 seasons because it didn't get enough views. No. Happy.
It was all right. Yeah, season 1 was good.
Brilliant. Even season 2 is good. I didn't like season 2 as much, but after rewatching, I'm just halfway through rewatching it now, and it's so good. Even the second season is really
But it's really distasteful.
I love it. It's violent.
I love
it's funny. It's mental. It's deranged. It's surreal. It's great. Highly recommend it. Yeah.
Silent Running, when I was a kid, that ended up
God.
fucked big time.
Wow.
Yeah, Bruce
so
Dern
traumatizing.
sci-fi movie.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Silent
sad.
Silent Run's a
Father.
good movie. It's a good movie, Silent Running.
Yeah.
See, I'll agree with this. Tom has some thoughts. Last season, Better Call Saul has some rough moments, deaths, better than Breaking Bad. Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Howard's death, fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Spoilers, by the way, everybody.
I love Better Call Saul. I definitely preferred it to Breaking Bad.
Very intelligent, Better Call Saul. And also the way it was shot, beautifully
Brilliant.
shot,
Yeah.
fantastic photography. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Tom, all I can say is put Banshee on your Christmas list.
You'll love it. You'll
Get
absolutely
somebody
love
to
it.
buy you the box set of Banshee. You will not be disappointed.
And Barry.
No, Banshee. I'm
It
pulling rank
stars
here.
Homelander himself.
Yeah?
Anthony
Yeah.
Starr.
He's so good. He is so good in this.
Banshee's so fucking good, and I'm
Have you
going to
seen
watch
that?
it again.
Have you seen that clip they showed Anthony Starr playing that superhero fella in Boys? And it's a behind the scenes stuff where they took him on wires and they
Yeah.
hoisted him up. Have you ever seen it?
Mhm.
You can hear his voice as they're lifting him into the sky.
He's going, fuck, fuck,
Yeah,
fuck.
it's going fuck. It's quite funny actually. It's very funny.
The trailer for Boys dropped today. Anybody see it?
No.
Does it look good?
Or
No,
Look good.
I did see the House of
Yeah.
the Dragon trailer. Right now.
yeah, that dropped as well. Yeah. I kind of get the feeling season 4 of The Boys is going to be really good.
I'm really looking forward
Better
to Reacher season 2.
Renewed for season 3 already.
Wow. The first one was really good, really man stuff, if I do say
Yeah.
so myself, you know. Really.
I turned Reacher
really
off.
cool.
See the scene where that woman comes up and beats the shit out of the guy for feeling the stripper's arse. I thought, what a load of woke bollocks. But apparently that was
Where?
in the original book. That was in the original books, but it put me right off it. I thought, fuck.
When was that? I don't remember that being in Reacher.
Maybe was it episode 5 or 6?
Really? I
Yeah.
can't remember that in Reacher at all.
No, he probably did have them, but I can't remember it either. I'm quite excited for Reacher season 2. I hope we actually cover it on the end of week roundups.
Mm.
I need to catch up with season 1. I just didn't get around to watching them.
ToS the King
I've not
season
watched it
2
yet.
also. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
whenever it comes
Mm.
out. Halo season 2 dropped. Anybody see that?
Nah, not interested.
Don't care.
Don't care. Not interested.
Another one
Rubbish.
that's
Why do they keep doing it? It's just like
Um,
burning
also-
your money.
well, we're going to be talking about this tomorrow. Fallout, obviously based on the video game. That looks more.
Anybody see The Killer? With,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
What did you-
okay.
Yeah, what do you guys think of it? Everybody's hailing it as some kind of genius piece of filmmaking. I'm like, it was all right.
It was all
It was
right.
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home. There were some great moments, but
Mm.
not really enough to justify that length.
Yeah.
You go, Tom. Tulsa King, decent.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought that was the best program of. Not that had been 22, wouldn't it? Yeah. It was
Yeah,
a
it's
surprise to
really
everybody.
good.
It's fantastic.
Mm.
Dexter, seasons 1 to 4 were really good.
My mum loves that. I've not really watched
Dexter, really good. Really good.
You go, Hammer Biotech. Wait, is that real? There is Halo season 2 out. It's the trailer was dropped today. It's out. I think first week February, season 2.
Mm.
So if you're a sucker for punishment like me, first week February, my friend.
What were the shows you going back? What, maybe 10 years? What were the shows you couldn't live without? That every time it was on, you made time for it to sit down and watch it as it was broadcast. Is anybody-
Barry.
Well, that for me, Barry.
Oops.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sorry.
there was for me was Dexter, House,
House.
House. I loved House. What else was there? Columbo, reruns of Columbo.
Just
If I
one
know
more
Columbo's
thing.
on, I would definitely watch an episode of Columbo. I mean, you know, we're talking about classic shows here. Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was just finishing 10 years ago, just now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
It is,
Better
isn't
Call
it?
Saul was definitely the last one for me.
Mhm.
Mm.
Do you remember
Love
how
the ending.
ripped everyone was with the first season of Westworld?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
the first season.
That was a great season of television.
When what's his
Remember
name got
they had,
shot at
like-
the end.
They had those event shows afterwards, didn't they, to analyze it with all the celebrities coming up
Yeah.
to talk about. That kind of didn't happen after that, I don't think, because no one was interested.
And the first
Uh,
couple of seasons of Walking Dead were
Walking
really
Dead,
good.
yeah.
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 It really, that I can't believe that's still going. Is that like the last season now or something?
No, I
It's-
think the
that'll never
Walking Dead's
finish.
finished.
Is it?
They're now doing offshoots.
Oh,
Here you go, anonymous bastard. Early Nip Tuck is really
It was
Nip
all right,
Tuck
yeah, it was all right.
I really liked Nip
Yeah.
It was
Tuck.
all right. I thought. It was
and
okay.
fourth, was it 6 Foot Under? That was really good.
Again, that
Yeah,
was
I love
fantastic.
Yeah.
Was
What
okay,
a
so-
fantastic final episode that series had.
I don't think I ever watched the final season.
There was another show around that
Breaking
time. I
Bad,
can't remember what
League
it
of
was
Gentlemen.
called, but it was something about the afterlife, but it was American. I can't remember what it was called. It was really trippy. It was back then. I can't really remember what it was called. It's so
You were
annoying because I
fucked
really
back
want to
then,
watch
so,
it.
Yeah.
It was whatever it was. It was very good. trust me.
And like
Pushing Up
10 years
Daisies was
ago,
quite good.
we had the
Pushing Daisies. That was it. Pushing Daisies.
we also had the first few seasons of the DC expanded universe.
We
like you had
did,
the
yeah.
first couple of seasons of the Flash and Arrow, and the first 2 or 3 seasons of both those shows are really good.
Really good, yeah.
We've got a super chat, folks. Nearly forgot about this. Zodlander for SEK20. Do we know where that is? Sounds kind of like Krona. Does it?
I think a lot
Krona?
of old war movies aged very well.
Yes, I think a lot of old war movies aged very well. Yes, I'd love a good war movie.
I think the older they are, the more accurate they are to the time.
Yeah,
Because
you should-
obviously
no,
the
that's not
writers,
true.
I think so.
Well, look, you seen the ones with John Wayne? They're awful.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Longest Day's a great movie.
Apart from that one, I don't know. Some of the John Wayne ones are terrible.
Stream Killer.
I do like westerns though as well. I mean, talking about John Wayne, I do like some of the old westerns my dad used to watch.
Yeah, same here.
I used to watch it with my dad, like Rio Bravo, and there was that other one that was just like Rio Bravo. I can't remember what that one was called.
True Grit, great
True
movie.
Grit was a great film. Cowboys was a good film. Where they killed off John Wayne halfway through the movie. That was a really good film.
See, I agree. Leave the Duke alone in.
I do like John Wayne. I just thought he was rubbish in these war movies. He used to be in these war movies. I remember he
in Cowboy. Yeah.
What about cop movies? What about Dirty Harry and
McHugh? Do you remember that
McHugh
one?
was yeah. What was the one? Brannigan. He was the one who was in England,
Brannigan.
wasn't it? In England, yeah.
Here you go,
Love
Larry.
movies.
Favorite Western, Unforgiven.
Oh, I love Unforgiven. Unforgiven. The ending is worth the price of admission alone, man. Unforgiven. Unbelievable film. Great movie.
Yeah, Battle of the Bulge as well is a great movie. Yeah.
Anybody
Band of
see
Brothers, fantastic.
Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
I love that film, Pale Rider, especially the ending. Is it time to go now? Because
So
I really
everybody's-
need to go to sleep.
Yeah, we'll go up to the 8 minutes. That's okay. Ian. John Wayne was fantastic as Genghis Khan.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
What
I
was
remember he starred in what was that Jesus film, and he had one line in it. He played a Roman soldier when Jesus got crucified, and his line was, I can't remember his line. Was it like truly he was the Son of God? That was the only line. He had in the
Truly,
film.
he was the son of God.
Terrible.
Him
I
and
will say,
Shatner in a act off would have been
Yeah.
epic, wouldn't it?
I will say, chat. You've got 7 minutes. If there's anything you want to fire our way, 7 minutes.
Age sexplication.
It's really funny because people who can criticize race swaps often go, well, you're okay with this. And they show John Wayne as Genghis Khan. No, we weren't okay with that. Not at all.
Yeah,
It's one of the worst portrayals of Genghis Khan I've ever seen in my life.
it was terrible. I do like John Wayne though. I think he's he was.
You're okay with Kings? Fuck off.
Maybe we were short of Mongolian actors at the time.
Listening facts, Revenge of the Sith, my first intro
hun.
to Star Wars.
Really? Well,
You won't believe what happens next.
Spoilers.
See, I liked this as well, Drew Gordon. So many good Italian westerns. Yeah, the 3 Sergios, all good.
They're all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The what is it? What's the fact? Good, Bad, and the Ugly was a terrific movie. Was it
Magnificent
epic,
Seven, all
wasn't
that
it?
stuff. I love it.
Magnificent Seven was a great movie.
Yeah.
You know what? Right, Magnificent Seven is such a good movie. Did you see the remake? That was so awful. I could not believe how awful the remake was with Denzel Washington. You ever see it?
No.
That one? It's really crap. It really is. Do you remember Magnificent Seven, the original Magnificent Seven? No.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this new version, it's diversity gone crazy. One of them is an Indian. Obviously, Denzel Washington's black, and it's ridiculous. The whole film was ridiculous. Anyway, carry on.
Brownie, favorite sci-fi movie topic?
For you, it's Star Trek, isn't it?
Star Trek.
Psychopaths, by the way. That's not. Sorry, carry on.
Star Trek's my number one. Any good sci-fi, really? I just love sci-fi. Always have. I think it was definitely Star Trek, Thunderbird, stuff like that got me into it when I was a kid.
Has anybody seen the trailer for Wonka? The reason why I asked this is because
Out next week.
Hugh Grant is playing an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh my god,
It's hilarious.
Isn't that ableist? Like that's taking jobs from little people, isn't it?
Well, they're not allowed to.
Yeah, they're not allowed to work anymore. Seemingly, it's just ridiculous.
It's getting some great reviews. The new Wonka film.
Is it?
Apparently, it's very much a feel-good movie.
I go and see it for
Is
Hugh.
that
'Cause I
allowed?
love Hugh Grant. I think he's funny.
The new Godzilla movie's
I think that's
getting
good.
rave reviews. It's not out in Blighty for another 2 weeks, but it's getting rave reviews.
Have you checked the? Have you checked India?
I think I'd like to watch, if I was going to watch it, even though it's obviously Japanese, I think I'd go out of my way to watch it at the theatre.
What do you reckon is the best ending for a TV or movie character ever? Like Breaking Bad. I thought the way he died
Spoilers, everybody.
was
Yeah, they might get into
I
spoilers.
basically thought it was apt. I really liked the ending of that, and I also liked the ending of Better Call Saul as well. I thought it was so good, and it's deep as well. The ending of Better Call Saul,
It's very clever.
yeah.
And they
Like
did.
Seven.
I think it's always very difficult to deliver an ending, particularly to a lead character that is a scallywag or a scoundrel. You know, you've got to give them their comeuppance. You know, they've got to, because you know it's going to happen. It's just how it happens, and it's very difficult to wrap that kind of thing out. And I think they kind of failed with Barry in that respect.
They did, yeah.
You go, Tom has some thoughts. Walter White.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But were you going to say something? See?
Yeah, I would say Blake 7 is probably the best ending to any series.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But you know what?
Spoilers.
Don't spoil.
That was a shock, though.
It was a shock.
As a fan. And also, where was Serverland?
I know. Well, she contract ended the day before, or like an episode before, so she couldn't be in it contractually, so she wasn't.
Okay. Here you go. Johnny Lawrence's mum. Oh, very envious. We don't get this for another 2 weeks. We're seeing -1 tomorrow. Wow.
Lucky.
It's supposed to be really, really good.
Mm.
Here you go. This is a great ending. Anonymous
bastard. Oh, of course. Yes.
Yes.
That was
great
sad.
ending.
Very sad.
Iconic,
Very
if
bad.
anything.
Yeah.
Iconic.
TV history, that was.
Adam Jones, Indiana Jones. Very good. No relation. Indiana Jones at the end of Crusade, because that is the end.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
was a great ending. That was great.
You'd have to go pretty far to beat Luke Skywalker's ending in Return of the Jedi. The only thing could have made it better if he'd got his whole of some young thing. That would have been perfect.
What about Luke's ending in?
No.
Call it in.
Don't see it.
Okay, I won't.
What about James Bond's ending?
Oh God!
Here you go.
Down there a bit
Coming in at the death. I think this is Sweden then. Zodlander 50. I'm assuming this is Swedish then. Godzilla is in Swedish theatres. I had to refund the ticket, sadly, because of an accident at the train station. Complicated to get into it. Ooh.
Oh, bad luck. That
Ooh.
sucks. Was it Godzilla? Just came along and
It destroyed the train station, yes.
I'm just thinking of endings of people because the way
Thank you, my friend.
Dexter ended was a bit rubbish actually.
You go, Jamal Armour, True Detective S1,
Hmm.
best anything ever. Possibly
What about
Banshee season 3 though.
what
So
about the
you-
ending to Ulysses 31, Brown?
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Can't remember.
I can't remember it.
Do you remember that show?
Did I ever watch the ending? I can't remember.
Perfect. That's the whole
Starfleet.
main reason it was good. The last ending.
I can't remember it, to be honest. And that's
What about the
Sorry.
ending? What about the ending to Dungeons and Dragons cartoon series that we never?
Oh,
saw?
how did that
on
end?
3 hours.
We never saw an ending to Dungeons.
I
and
know
Dragons.
exactly.
Terminator 2.
Yeah, well, that's a good ending.
I think we're going to finish there.
Do you know what
yeah.
really annoys me is when they pull a TV series, they cancel it before you get
Bastards.
a decent, satisfactory ending. Like the V revival was pulled just as they were beginning their proper invasion. I was gutted.
Or Firefly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loads of things like that. Cities of Gold. Yeah, that's a good one.
You know there are 3 seasons of Cities of Gold now.
What?
Yeah, we only got to see the first one on BBC, but there's another 2 seasons which have been dubbed into English.
I'll have to see them because we never got to see it end.
No, but it does continue. I've been meaning to watch them for some time.
Oh, can you send me a link if you've got a link?
Yeah, if I can find them.
That'd be
Okay,
great.
then.
I've got
So-
5 invites for Doctor Who's live stream tomorrow. You have to pick
Oh.
one of them.
No one asked me. That's probably,
Okay,
like, too afraid of
um,
what else.
So that's it then, folks. 3 hours is a good result. USS Enterprise was the winner of the best
The
spaceships, the
winner.
refit. Woo. I think that's it.
Tutty bye.
Decent numbers. Decent numbers. What can I say? You guys are fantastic. Appreciate the chats, especially after we've done the spaceships. Kept the chat running a bit. Appreciate the super chats. Thank you. Pays the bills. I think that's it, folks. So don't forget we're back tomorrow. I will thank the guests, not Brian. Thank you, my friend.
Cheers, Brun. Thanks also to Probby Z, our magnificent resident director of Rebecca Gold, Ian David
Yep.
Diaz, and of course the fine lads, lassies, and non-binaries in the chat.
Are you still coming back, Brian?
No,
Or are you
No, I'm
quit?
done.
No.
I'm done with it.
No. Ian, cheers, my friend. Great to have you on.
No worries, guys. No worries.
Zee-ThreePIO.
Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you to the panel and the chat. We wouldn't be here without you.
It'd be just us talking shite at each other.
Like we
and-
normally do.
Well, there is that, but there is that. And last but by no means least, you can go back to the wards, the landings of Twitter. He's on patrol. Problem being,
Thanks for being so tolerant and inclusive.
diversity done
Diverse.
well, folks. What more
That's
can I
it.
say? We're back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow for the weekly shit. So we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ta-da.
Take care, everybody. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Timing. Bye.